It's time for the podcast.
What's going on, bro?
Matt?
What's happening?
We're here with Stuff Island's, half of Stuff Island's, Chris O'Connor. McDonald's. Chris O'Connor.
I do like McDonald's, although I've been on a Taco Bell kick.
Chris
as
is,
of late.
if you ain't at Chick-fil-A, Chris is at Taco Bell.
Was that an order from the cantina when I pulled up?
No, that is I got just a bacon, egg, and cheese this morning.
Really?
He's on a strict, you're on a strict bacon, egg, and cheese diet.
Yeah.
And he eats half the bacon, egg, and cheese.
And I
then
saved the other
saves
half
it,
for later.
And then later in the afternoon, he'll mange on a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, and it's usually, unless Tommy sneaks in and grabs it.
What are your...
Tommy scoops them?
Tommy scoops it.
Damn, Stuff
and he
Island
always has the same
battle.
excuse. He goes, I thought you were going to eat it.
You better watch out.
I know. We talked about it
He's gonna come
already.
out and bang you up.
It's
How
all right.
are your bowel movements?
Dude, you know what? I've been hanging out with a lady recently, and I've been, I guess I've just been farting without thinking
First,
about
I love
it.
how your bowel movements revolve around being around a girl, which is very sick.
No, it's because you start hanging out with a lady, you gotta time them out.
They're an ass.
You know?
Oh, dude, first date, I took a dump.
I tell her that I'm going into the
In-house.
bathroom to fart.
Dude, you have to be like, I'm taking a shit. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
First date. I did it the first time I went in her apartment. I was like, hold up.
I'm-
Came out like 11 minutes
You
later.
say, hold up, little mama.
Hold up, little mama. I got the motherfucking bubble guts.
I have to.
I got the bubbly guts.
That's the strongest thing you can do on a first date.
Take a shit.
Just say, pardon me. You take your napkin, put it back on the table, and say, I have to excuse myself.
We go off like
And-
a half an hour.
It's yeah, at least a half hour. Don't even shit. Just look at your phone. And then come back out and say, ooh,
Date 2, I did
I
that.
took a hard
So you
crap.
took a dump, day 2.
Date 2.
Also evaded the question, how are your bowel movements?
They're good. I'm pretty consistent. Every once in a while, I get one that's a little messy.
A little fucked up.
But
Like,
yeah.
could you demonstrate a log with your hand? What kind of logs are you working with?
what
Solid
do you-
logs, broken
Yeah,
pieces?
solid logs. Yeah.
Getting a crumbled pillar?
I have a couple where I have to like stand up. It's so long.
Sometimes it looks like ancient
Crumbled,
Roman.
yeah.
It looks like
ruins, dude. Absolute ruins. Wait, weren't we just making fun of poor countries for being in ruins? I could have swore we were making fun of like Mexicans for living in ruins. Go back to your ruins.
Wasn't us.
All right.
Pretty funny though.
Well, I must have been being racist somewhere else.
It would be nice if America had more ruins. I'd like to go.
Well,
No,
we do.
We just
We
have.
just destroyed our ruins.
Yeah, we did. We just built on top of
And
it.
they weren't built out of the most durable material. They're built.
Yeah.
Our ruins were built out more out of like sticks and shit.
Yeah.
Well, we have that one. Isn't there like the Pueblo people? They built into the
Careful, Chris.
rock.
Careful, Chris.
I
Hold
know.
your horses. Pull up.
That's ruined.
We have Plymouth Rock. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
just
Never
a rock.
seen
That was
it.
just a rock that was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have like Stonehenge like dolmens and stuff.
We got some mounds down south.
True.
Yeah.
Some Indians were piling dirt.
True, we do. got
Nice
some-
work, dumbasses. Nice going, morons.
A snake mound.
Don't we
Yeah.
have those? Yeah, we have those like hill type things. What are the
Yes.
what is it called when they do a flat? Actually, it's called a henge. Like Stonehenge is. It's not just the rocks. They completely flatten the area.
Oh, nice. They
above.
tamp it.
So it's like a circle. Yeah, and they tamp it up. So it's like a totally artificially flat circle they made.
Mm.
People don't give the landscape the credit. Everyone's worried about the thing sticking.
How they
together.
got it, all that shit up there.
Yeah, people don't remember about the henge part of Stonehenge, dude.
Yes.
Right.
It's a lot of dirt. And that's
It's
a lot
about
of
the negative space.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, look into that, dude.
Why don't you start
nice
looking
henge.
into that, Chris?
Dude, a nice henge.
I will.
I want to get a nice henge in my backyard. Just a nice flat, artificially flat surface.
Yeah. Well, don't you have like a slab? Don't you have a concrete slab back there?
Yeah, I did a couple things in my backyard.
I tore it up.
I unearthed the concrete slab. That was.
You were looking for like bugs and rocks, right?
No. I had to level my backyard.
Oh.
We were having some water. We had some water coming in, so I had to like eye it up and see how I could divert the water. My family's really into that. My dad loves diverting water via landscaping.
Really?
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
our
that
basement used
does-
to be gushing, dude.
That is cool as hell. The
Dude.
closest I've come is sandcastles, but that's always a very enjoyable moment when you dig out a little tunnel for the water.
It's all the same thing, dude.
Yes.
It's all the same thing. But yeah, we were getting big time water in our basement, and he laid some landscape. He's really into like surveying where water's coming and how to like block it away from a house.
Yeah, that's nice.
A lot goes into it.
Managing water.
I like managing water in the shower. let it run down my arm, and I pointed at things.
You do.
like a loogie. I spit on the fucking tub, and I'm like, you gotta get rid of that. I keep it lower than this. This arm.
It is. It's a forced push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick move.
And I divert it.
That's legendary.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking funny.
That's my new move. To anybody out there that wants to try to heckle me, you're
Dude.
getting hit with that.
That's something you hear and you instantly want to steal. Be
Do
like,
it.
I could do that.
You can do it.
No,
I'd be happy.
That's
if you do
That's
it.
urine, bro.
No, I'd like you to do it.
Do you want to send a
I'd like
Nayukin?
you to do it. I think you. I don't know if I want you to do Hadouken, but I want you to do
Or just
a
a fucking.
No, I want you to do a. Who's the Marvel guy that you liked?
You're talking about. You're talking about from Street Fighter.
No, I'm talking in Doctor.
Oh, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I want you to. If someone starts heckling you, just hit them with like a.
Dude, sending a fireball at someone who's heckling you is the best.
Yeah, like, get to the jokes. Be like,
It would be nice if you spotted a guy kind of leaning on his chair and hit him with that.
I mean, it'd be over. I might set up a plant and start putting YouTube videos out about Hadoukening.
And have you fall,
hecklers.
have like a fake bad fall. Be like, dude, that was crazy. Oh my god, guys, that's crazy. You should get. How much do you think it would cost to have security, like your own security at a comedy club, who would like fucking like scared, like jack people up,
Scream in people's
yeah,
faces.
like fuck them up.
Holy fuck, that'd be awesome.
It'd be a few hunch.
I could give a guy $50 at most clubs.
Yeah,
Be like,
yeah.
dude, motherfuck this dude.
Yeah,
like if
true.
somebody talks, get in their face and be like, shut the fuck up. I'll fuck your wife. I'll fuck your wife.
That'd be an easy fix.
Yeah.
Hit him with a couple fucking, maybe a huger and like $50.
Yeah, give him an Adderall.
Give him a fucking huge.
Give him an Adderall and be like, dude, go wild
I'll
on
give you
everybody.
$100
in
and
here.
fucking 30 milligrams of Adderall to keep this thing totally contained. Just making girls cry.
Yeah.
Shut up, you fucking bitch.
You bitch.
It has to be big enough to beat up anyone's boyfriend in the room. What are you gonna do, pussy? Shut up.
Get like 3 of them. 3 giant dudes
Fuck, dude.
surround a table.
Just 3 major pains, dude.
Yes, yes, and rain hell on anybody. Somebody orders too loud, be like, boys,
Get the fuck
destroy this fucking guy.
out. You could do this.
Yeah, not in any funny way though.
No.
Like I want to destroy hecklers without like wit or anything funny. No
Just
good
with force.
comebacks.
Just
Just
force.
pure violence.
They don't kick him out. They just stand around the table
Yeah.
and eat his
And
food.
hoot at him,
Oh,
eat
yeah.
his food.
Jeer at his girlfriend. They'd be like Revolutionary War soldiers, dude.
Yes, and never stop.
You have to give them quarters, too.
They will take quarters. They will sit down at your table and start eating.
That would be, dude. I'm telling you, you could do this and run a very tight ship.
Yeah.
and people they're like, yo, whoa, chill with that. Like if they get caught with a phone, you fucking step on it.
Yeah. I wonder how much it would cost to maybe rig up some type of pulley system. So if you did hit someone with a Hadouken, they flew to the back of the room, you know, what I mean? Or levitated, and you force hold them. That's what
all
I
this.
thought. Shut the fuck
Dude,
up.
that would be so sick. You should go to Helium or wherever else and come down like from like 9 feet from the ceiling on a cable.
Because you can rig yourself up. Like if they start getting you mad, you start levitating.
If you wore all black and they put you up in the ceiling and after the feature, like the host comes back out and you just slowly descend from 7 feet. You've been there the whole time. You've been up. You could do this, dude. How dedicated are you? to your
I'd be so happy. What would be so funny is if they noticed me during the during the feature set, just on the roof.
like a bat, dude. You'd have to trick out the lighting so you can't be.
Descend slowly. A true vampiric entrance. Oh fuck.
Oh, there's so much sick shit you could do.
Yeah, if you got pulleyed out and I was supposed to be levitating, but I was too heavy, so my feet just dragged.
You should be attached to pulley at all times and have like your one leg lift. You should add like an aerial aspect to your show.
Yeah, a little Cirque du Soleil
Just
type.
fucking-
Just occasionally like ride up a curtain.
You could do this. This wouldn't be, dude. You could do this.
You know what would be tight is to run along the back wall at Helium
my
real
God.
quick. Real crouching tiger out of nowhere. Oh my
Pop
god.
along your tippy toes. Dude, that'd be so sick if you just jumped and just fucking levitated and came down.
And never acknowledged it. Just back to the show.
I mean, how much were you talking to get a little Crouching Tiger action?
Probably not that much.
Like, I was like, shut up, Dad. And you just fucking ran along the walls.
Would you guys rather 69 your dad or get shot in the head? Bam.
Fuck.
Now
man.
that's a show.
That's a show. I want to get into showmanship, dude.
You are a bit of a showman. You played the flute.
I'm tipping my toes in the water.
Yes.
I Pied Piper myself out on stage.
I actually was just talking to Matt or Chris about this. I'm getting too much into showmanship.
What are you talking about? How's that
Half my
possible?
set, there's not even material. I'm just up there like, have you guys heard of this? Have you thought of this? Have you even thought of it?
Yeah, but it's so fun.
It's fun, but
It's so funny to
it's going to make for a bad hour.
Nah, just
Live, it'll be fun.
This next hour, you should go pure physical comedy, big energy, act outs.
demand a lot from the crowd. I just want to demand more. I need the crowd to give me more, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, if you combined pulley and flute,
You start playing and elevated.
I mean, you could save
Now
yourself.
we're talking a show.
You could genuinely save yourself the trouble of developing material with just a little bit of fucking
Yeah, you smash watermelons.
true.
You can go. I mean, I don't know his material. I'm sure it was.
I might shove
great.
a watermelon up my ass.
Give birth.
But yeah, dude, all good things.
Let me tell you this. This is something going on.
Tell me this.
A guy I know passed away 2 days ago, and my
Hmm.
friend texted me, and he said this guy died, and I was like, oh shit! Like it wasn't. I hadn't seen him in 15 years.
Yeah.
But he responded. I was like, how'd he die? And he was like, I don't know, but it was sudden. And I was like, that sucks. And he goes, I pray it was suicide. Now that was a typo. He meant to say, pray it wasn't.
Fuck.
But then I was thinking about it, and it's like, I hope it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What
I hope
other-
shit wasn't going well.
What other
And he
kind of
died
sudden death
accidentally.
thing? Yeah, true.
I hope he fucking had a bad time. It was like, I'm done.
You're saying like rather than being hit by a bus or something?
Yeah, I hope he didn't have like a good family. Shit was going well, and he just
aneurysm.
died.
Yeah.
I hope he
Yeah, we had a
lived,
family
gave
and
it
it
a
was going
shot,
bad.
and was just like, you know what? I'm out. You know?
What's the criteria for this wish?
What do you mean?
You're saying like you would be better than if he like things started to turn around and he died?
No, I'm saying
If
if
he had
if you
nothing.
find out someone died suddenly,
Right.
your instinct shouldn't be to be like, oh, I hope he didn't kill himself. I hope it was a freak accident. It's like, no,
True,
dude, I
yeah.
hope shit wasn't going great. I hope he didn't enjoy life.
Yeah.
And he lost it.
That makes
I hope he
sense.
was like,
I hear
fuck
what you're
it.
saying. Yeah.
I'm out of here. This sucks.
Yeah, but he wasn't ripped from a beautiful life.
Yeah.
It was just
I
like,
hope-
nope.
He got
I-
all his affairs in order.
That'd be a
Done.
time to write a
Yeah.
letter and be like, dude,
Done.
you know what? This fucking sucked. I'm done.
Yeah. There'll be a lot of them. I think we've been having a lot of people do that lately.
Yeah.
A lot of people kill themselves.
They're done.
Yeah.
They've
Tapped
seen
out.
enough.
They've
Yeah.
tapped. Dude.
Now, I'm not pro suicide,
Not at all.
but
It's a mortal sin.
it is. It is.
Go to fucking hell.
You have to be beheaded. You
Really?
can behead the body once they commit suicide.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
What's that do? Does that save them
That
from
makes sure. No, it's to punish them even further.
they're headless in hell?
You have to chop their head off so they're in hell without a head.
What
Damn.
culture is that?
Catholic.
Yeah.
Really? That's something we're doing?
No, it was just in
Still
the.
do it.
It was just in the kingdom of heaven.
Oh.
So I stand by it. Ridley Scott.
If someone kills himself, you cut like after dead, like behead
You
them.
have to cut their head
For
off
the sin,
For the sin,
basically.
yes.
Fuck.
Yes.
Damn, dude.
Yes.
Things
How do you
used to
feel
be
about
so much cooler.
desecrating bodies in general?
What do I feel about it?
Yeah.
What are you talking? Give me an act.
What would someone have to do for you to desecrate their, cut them up, send them to different parts of the world?
Are you talking
Yeah,
about
like Wallace.
Yeah.
probably hurt someone I loved? Dude.
Pull all their teeth out.
Probably hurt someone I loved. Hey, we don't. After you kill them, you desecrate the body.
Yeah, they're dead already, but you're like,
Yeah, if someone just killed someone in front of me and I killed them back, I'd probably
Yeah.
keep killing them once they're. I would probably just like start destroying them,
yeah.
just
Yeah.
like stomping them, even like they're dead. Like get off them, and I might just stomp them.
Yeah.
Stop. Or just fucking rip off their genitals,
I don't know. I like what
Yeah.
we did with Bin Laden. Allegedly.
Yeah.
push them off.
Just
the fucking,
dump him into the sea. Be like,
Yeah.
that trash is gone.
Yeah, it's true.
You're
But
never gonna find it.
Alleged.
True.
They
Yeah.
took like what, one Polaroid of him?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
They cut a piece
I don't
off
mean
him.
to besmirch the teams, dude.
They cut a piece off him.
I mean, the
to-
team's probably
the
got them.
teams, yeah.
They might still have them.
Isn't there something weird with the team? Like the guys that were on that raid are kind of getting whacked.
Really?
Something like that. I
I
don't
didn't
know
hear
if
that.
that's the one.
I didn't hear that.
I think they're Navy SEALs, so they're probably dying. You know,
Take it easy.
in combat.
Take it
The
easy.
teams, bro.
It's like, oh, these people keep dying. It's like,
the
yeah, well,
heck,
they're
dude?
constantly going into a Bin Laden type
You know the
compound.
teams love. You know the
The
teams.
teams are
going
going to hear this.
Yeah, I
The
support
last thing
them.
you want is the teams coming down on you.
Yeah, you're gonna have a
What?
red dot coming
You're
through
going to
your
have a
window.
red dot during Stuff Island. Don't make the teams
I
not
might pay
like
someone
this.
on the
teams
teams
would
to come
never
keep a
come
red
out-
dot on both of people's foreheads.
No.
Dude, if you and Tommy had red dots,
Mm-hmm.
dude, having a sniper at your comedy show would be sick, dude.
Yes.
You're fucking around. There's a red dot on your chest. It's like, yeah, dude.
I'm an
Rubber bullet,
ardent
say the word.
supporter of the teams.
Oh, for sure. I
I've
know
always
that.
been.
You're saying that a lot.
I
of
love
them are
covert
dying.
ops.
No, I'm getting that wrong. There's definitely a movie out or like a documentary, like a Spud documentary that I was shown
Mm.
Yeah.
that was about some type of a team getting whacked.
Talking about like a Clinton body count situation.
Yes.
Like they've been getting
They've
fucking.
seen too much.
There's a convenient helicopter crash.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's possible.
Anyway.
I'm pro assassination. I think we should be
On who?
assassinating more people. Just,
In general.
world leaders. Get in there, take them out.
Who would you like? Who would you like to see? If you had your druthers, who would you like to see
I
taken out?
don't know.
He would like Putin dead.
Yeah, let's get Putin.
You want to take out Putin? Do you crazy?
As a moral victory.
Chris is part of the Democratic.
Here's a couple things
The
that-
Russian boogeyman.
No,
Have you accepted
no, no.
that?
It's
Have
not
you-
about
have you
that.
come to
It's
terms
not
with that?
about that.
Have
It's
you
not
come to
about
terms
You
that.
guys
with the
got
Russian
another big
hoax?
pill to swallow in
Oh,
about 5
God.
years.
Hell,
We're
he'll
not
never
doing
come to
it.
terms with the Russian hoax.
We're
What
getting our
happened,
news
remember?
from we're getting news our
Do you
news from
remember?
different places.
I remember we
And there's
argued
no
about
way
this.
What was that
yeah,
one
yeah.
report that got totally just crushed recently?
The dossier.
One of them just got completely blown out of the
Yeah,
water.
the
It's
dossier.
totally false.
The dossier was false.
Fabricated.
Yeah, but not much was built on the dossier.
Really.
We're not going to get into it.
But the
Here's-
Russian hoax.
here's- guys, let's
The
get
Russian
back.
hoax is real. You're
Let's
saying
let's
real.
get back to killing Putin.
Okay.
There's a couple things that I think we need to do to turn
Man,
this.
the teams
this-
are gonna hate. You.
no, no,
The
no, no.
teams are gonna fucking
No, I'm
hate
coming
him,
up with
dude.
good missions for the teams.
Kill Putin?
Yeah.
They don't want to kill Putin for no dangum reason.
What are you talking? You know how sick it would be to kill Putin
What the fuck, dude?
if we put a good squad together and got Putin. That's
Why?
a big. That's come on.
Do you think our interest conflict economic? You think we have like an
No,
economic
no.
conflict?
This is
of
what I'm just
interest?
saying. This is what I'm saying.
Why do you want to take
Country's
out Putin?
very divided.
Yeah.
We need to liberate Australia. Kind of
That's
like an
dude.
Iraq situation.
We need a new crocodile Dundee. We need a new crocodile Dundee.
They're getting sent to fucking camps.
I know, dude.
They're getting sent to
apparently
camps?
The indigenous,
Yeah,
too.
you're
They're-
fucking.
The
You're
indigenous or
Yeah,
regular
dude.
people?
both,
all of them.
both.
But we're worried
If you
about
don't get the
indigenous.
vax, you're basically indigenous. That's how it works.
Really?
fuck, dude.
That makes sense. You got to
That
modernize
means
your
I'm
blood.
a fucking paleface again.
No, no, no,
I
no.
was close to being indigenous.
You
I'm
can-
more of a paleface that got adopted by the tribe
True,
because I got
100%.
vaxxed, but I didn't want to.
for sure. You got
You know?
Yeah, nobody wanted to.
You loved it.
yeah. They're round.
you
They're
talking
rounding up like, dude. They're taking like First Nation dudes or
Really?
whatever and just fucking locking them up.
Oh my god. Anyway, so nation's very divided
your boys.
right now. I think if we kill, let's start a war.
with Russia.
Just anybody.
Chris is such a liberal.
You gotta start a
you
war,
are a
dude.
war hawk.
Start a colony on Mars. Do some stuff. We need an achievement. It's all bad news all the time.
Yeah, we could just reopen
Yeah.
the economy. That'd be nice. That'd be a
Yeah,
nice
yeah. No,
achievement.
I'm saying we need something. We need something big, and someone's got to pay the price.
We don't need the dog and pony show, bro.
No,
Yeah.
you do.
We don't need the dog and
You
pony
do
show.
need the dog and pony show.
Nah, bro.
Nah, we just need the return, dude.
I love dogs. I love.
You think the
ponies.
return? It's gonna be.
the return will bring us back.
He's coming back, dude.
He's coming.
47.
He
You
is
talking
coming back.
47?
You're talking 47.
You talking 47? He's
47?
coming back. There's no fighting. There's no fighting him.
No.
This is like
Yang-
this
Yang
is for
might
real,
come.
like when Jordan returned from baseball. Right now, Trump's playing baseball in Mar-a-Lago. He's gonna come back, dude.
Dude, he might just be a permanent fixture.
Probably.
He might have to come back, or his son, because he will. No one's. I don't see anyone beating him. No demo is going to beat him, dude.
Is he on Instagram?
Chris, what do you think the demos have done with this country?
The Dems?
Yeah. What have they done? How do you think they've done handling this?
I think they did okay.
My girlfriend made
I think
pancakes
they did okay.
the other day.
Yeah.
And I cleaned it up. So I have fucking pancake batter all over this. It looks like there's just jizz. It's just a jizz hoodie. All right. What do the Dems
That
do?
is the more pressing issue.
Right now, we need to think about pancakes.
You do have- it does look like you have a lot of
fucking
jizz on your
all
hoodie.
over me. When's the last time you had pancakes? Homemade from scratch.
I make them
They
sometimes.
made
Too
them.
long.
They're phenomenal.
Too long. Would you Bisquick?
No, she made she got the shit to make them.
Yeah. Eggs, butter.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you make
I have no idea. I wasn't in there.
Sugar?
I have no idea what she did to make them.
What is
but
in Bisquick?
Probably, I don't know. They kind of
It's all the shit they can sugar. It's all like you would make it, but they just make it in a
from
powder.
scratch. Kind of tastes slightly better than Bisquick, but
Really?
Oh yeah, fluffier. You got some. You actually have eggs.
You can add some eggs and some milk to Bisquick, and it fluffs up.
Yeah, you could.
Right?
Anyway, let's get back to what the fucking Dems have done.
True.
Chris.
I want to talk about wars we could potentially start to turn this country around. That's what I'm saying.
I'll tell
Just
you
a
the war,
nice assassination.
a civil war.
A secret assassination.
Yo, did
Wouldn't
you
it
see the
feel
feds marching on DC again?
The feds were marching.
Yeah.
Why?
They all pretended to be white nationalists. And it was
They did. They did a little.
They just hired 500 FBI agents.
They started marching.
Yeah.
What'd they do?
They just held up shields. They looked like fucking dorks.
Jesus Christ!
I wanted to punch them.
So they came up. What were they doing? Like, you can't move us, or like
Something like that. I don't know. They love shields.
true.
They love
They might
pretending they're like Spartans.
They might get sucked by a fucking lesbian.
300 fucked us.
True.
That movie 300 fucked us.
Why?
It got all the white nationalists thinking they were fucking Leonidas. They all love shields going around.
It is a Persian tale.
Yeah.
It is technically an Aryan tale.
Mm.
So yeah, I can see why they got fired up on that.
Here we
I'm
go.
more of
Now,
a sneak
now we're
around.
back cooking.
Yeah.
We're flying.
Technically,
I like a sneak. I like sneaking around.
You would.
I
do
don't
you
like
mean?
the shield thing.
yeah, you like kind of like
Silence.
manipulating narratives and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Propaganda.
I wish we could just come together. I'm just trying to come together with you on this.
I
so
wish
we
our
can free the
proper. I wish
indigenous.
our.
I just wish your people would stop fucking locking my people up, dude.
What, the indigenous?
Yeah. They're getting locked in Australia. Germany's fucking back in the lockup game.
Germany's wilding.
Are they?
Germany's locked down. They're locking down the unvaccinated.
Because the Omicron's coming, dude.
Omicron, dude. Don't fuck around about it.
I heard it was bullshit. I heard
We
it was
don't know much
weak.
about it. Connor, don't get this thing canceled, dude.
I heard it was.
Oh,
I heard
now
it
you
was
missed
weak.
her. I heard this was bullshit.
I heard it was weak.
Yeah, of course it's weak.
It is. But
Yeah.
yeah. Well, they're
It's
saying
weaker.
we don't know. If you read the Atlantic, it's like we don't know the details, but apparently it's really not that big of a deal at all. But
It isn't a big.
here's
deal.
some shows you can watch. I fucking hate
What
Atlantic.
shows do they recommend?
Bullshit. I don't know. It's always bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what they do. They're like, here's what we know about this. Here's what you should think. They literally phrase it like, here's what to think about this.
Yeah.
They're like, it's not a big deal, but also it could be.
Yeah.
Check this show out on Netflix. Like, fucking
Here's the
idiots.
top 25 comedians you should watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, the Omicron is going to come get you, dude.
I'm not that worried about it.
Did you get your booster yet?
No.
You got to
I
get
need
boosted,
to.
dude.
I just saw a commercial. They're running New York commercials. If you had the vax over 2 months ago, booster time. And it doesn't even have to be the same. If you got the
You can mix and
Pfizer,
match.
you can toss in them during a booster. See what the fuck happens. Just toss it in.
I think the
It's
NBA
crazy.
said J&J gives you 2 months. You got to get boosted, and then the other one's like 6.
Really?
Yeah. So they give you a 6-month span.
I was watching.
What happens? It goes
How
away.
about watching TMZ? I watched TMZ. You ever watch that?
Sometimes, yeah.
Dude, that might be the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's bad. TMZ's a blight, dude.
We need that. You want to talk about a mission for the teams? Clear out TMZ.
Yeah.
All right, this is bordering on
What?
calling on terrorists.
No.
No,
We're talking about
These are
bounce
good.
sanctioned.
I want a
team's
government
peaceful
sanctioned execution of TMZ.
I was talking about them just getting up in their face and scaring them straight.
Getting the teams in there.
The teams scare straight before they use lethal force. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, just toss a flashbang in TMZ.
Dude, apparently, speaking of the teams might be, the teams
You
might
see that
actually-
force pull?
Yeah.
That was a force pull.
I'm out of frame.
He's one you in arm's reach, dude.
Yeah.
No, the
Want that.
teams,
I'm gonna get tickled.
The teams might be out.
Tickle you.
Apparently, Islamic
Tickle
terrorism
fruit.
might be fading, dude. Dude,
What?
they're estimating 6 million Muslims are converting to Christianity every year. It's an estimate.
Really?
6 million Muslims are converting to Christianity, and a lot of people who are like taking these guys in are saying that they had dreams of Jesus, and they're just converting in like pretty massive
Dude,
numbers.
do you think he's returning?
He might be.
I
dude.
told you I listened to that radio show with the Antichrist.
Dude, if-
is among us.
Yeah, dude. If you watched, it was like a Dinesh D'Souza. I forget who the guy's name was. It was his podcast, and he was just like,
Why are you watching Dinesh?
"It's my feed, bro. It's my feed. It's my fucking feed."
Wasn't that the guy that was like locked up? Didn't he go to jail?
Yeah. Trump pardoned him. I think Trump got him out.
pardoned him.
Is it Dinesh? I might be getting it. I might be getting names mixed up.
Yeah.
No, he did some wild shit. But
He's a
that
po-
was the
is he have a
Dems.
podcast?
He was a political opponent of the Dems, and they literally put him in jail.
Is he an author
He's
too?
making like dumb movies, and the
What?
Democrats put him in jail.
Yeah, he's like an author, right?
I think
Yeah.
he's just a wild fool.
I'll have to check my feed. I'll have to fact check myself
You
on my
got
feed. I
campaign
think it was him.
finance. thing.
Maybe it's someone else, but yeah, dude, he was saying that like they're estimating again. It could be false. But he's saying 6 million a year.
I mean, see now, if you found out that the U.S. government was implanting Christ dreams into jihadis' heads, wouldn't that make you excited?
Yeah.
I'd try to get my hands on that technology.
What type of dreams would you give people?
I would try to get them. I would just want to have Christ dreams
I'd
myself.
give everybody wet dreams of Phil.
Oh, that'd be hot, actually.
Just a global. Yeah, if you could force everyone to have a wet dream of their father, that might settle everybody down a little. It might humble everybody,
Just have
quiet
one.
everybody down.
Has
Yeah.
anyone had? What's the weirdest sex dream you've ever had that you never told anyone about?
Yeah.
2 come to mind, and I will literally never divulge this information. I will never.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Was one of them gay? Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a fucking gay dream, dude.
Yeah.
It sucked. I woke up like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I had one of those in
I've had a
college.
fully
Really? We've all
homosexual
had these? I got my dick sucked by a friend of mine in a dream.
Oh, no, it wasn't
And
that.
it was fucking crazy.
I had a dream where I hooked up with a girl that I thought was hot in high school, but she was pregnant and trans.
So she was hotter.
Yeah.
So she was the hottest girl
It
possible.
was like in a
That's
cave
the pinnacle of
or something. It was
femininity,
really
dude.
wild. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I've had ones where like I had someone anamorph on me one time. It was similar. Where I
Yeah,
was,
they
like, it was
anamorph a lot.
and then I was just like sucking a guy's dick, and I was like,
Whoa.
I woke up like, whoa,
Yeah, that can happen.
terrible stuff.
They morph on you.
You have, dude.
I'll always have like a vague sexual dream where it's like I'm just with a woman. I know she's hot. And then it just kind of morphs to like 3 different people.
Yeah, some of them are your dad.
Sometimes it's your buddy from high school giving you head. And you're confused about this.
Yeah, your defenses completely go offline, dude.
It is an interesting power dynamic that he was sucking your dick and not
He
the
was
other way.
giving me head.
Sick. Yeah,
In my car.
I hate to believe it, but I'm
Really?
pretty
He's
sure I
giving you
filleted.
roadhead?
He was in my car. No, we were parked in the Trinity High School parking lot. I remember this.
Was it good?
O'Connor,
Chris, what the
O'Connor,
fuck, dude?
Was it good?
You asked
Head
the
is
hard-hitting
head,
questions.
bro.
No.
Head
no,
is
no,
head,
no,
bro.
no, 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 no.
Head is head, bro. Dreams are like prison, dude. It's not gay.
It's not at all.
You do what you have to do in dreams.
You're trapped in there.
Dude, the ego goes completely offline. It's not your fault.
Yeah, your shields are down.
Yeah. But was it good?
Yes.
It was really good. Like
I
you
didn't. Thank
You were like, this is
Christ, I didn't
crazy.
have a nocturnal emission.
Exactly. You're totally fine. That was just you're just dealing with like ancient apparatuses to work out complex things. And,
Yes.
like, getting head off your friend is just symbolic. It's a collective unconscious.
Dude, what the fuck? I admit something to you, Chris.
Yeah, you come over here and brag like I blew some hot trans.
Yeah,
pregnant
his one's
woman.
like,
It's
yeah, this hot ass girl, I fucked her in a
It just
cave.
makes me laugh that you woke up and I'm like, oh, thank
Yeah,
God.
I think
Thank God there was no jizz.
I'm pretty sure I like blew my guidance counselor from high school.
Dude, that's what happens.
Woke up, it's like, bruh.
We're creative. That's why.
For sure.
We're thinking of all the options.
Right.
I can see it.
That was the guy. That was the gayest dream I've ever had, and I woke up from it being like,
I will. Yeah, it's like when you.
It's unsettling.
It's like when you get in your girlfriend cheats on you in your dream, and you wake up like. I had a gay dream, and I woke up like mad at the guy. I wanted to beat him up. I needed to fight him, dude.
you just unfriended him on Facebook
Yeah.
quietly. You're like,
I should beat the fuck out of that guy. He thinks I'm some type of queer or something? I'm not a queer.
Gardini, what's the gayest thing you've ever done in a dream? Be honest.
I can't think of one right now.
Yeah,
Please.
sure.
That means
Although I
it
was about your age
crazy.
when I had my first
Yeah,
gay
maybe I'm about to
experience.
have one soon.
Oh, it's coming for you, dude.
I hope
You're
so.
not a
That
man.
mustache?
You're not a man until you do something gay in the astral realm.
True. Well, I'll let you know if I do.
Please do.
I will.
I think Chris is holding back on us.
Oh yeah.
What?
You've never had a gay experience in the astral realm?
No. I mean, I was a trans. I mean, it's kind of gay.
Wait,
hell?
trans, like she had a penis?
Yeah.
Okay, that is.
And pregnant.
And pregnant.
That's
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 like
a
a
mythical
mythical-
creature.
yeah.
That's a mythical creature.
Really?
That's a centaur.
That's the phallic mother, dude. Yeah. You probably were achieving psychological wholeness at that point. Maybe rebirth through wholeness.
I didn't feel any
How'd
different
you
when I
feel
woke up.
while you were doing it?
I was like, this is crazy, but we're here.
Yeah, it's kind of how it went down in my
Yeah.
car in the parking lot.
We're here.
It's like, what are you doing, dude? This is crazy.
And
What was your friend wearing?
Don't worry about it, dude. I actually don't remember that.
Yo, can you put your baseball cap backwards?
Brim's
That's
hitting my thigh.
Getting head from somebody that throws it backwards.
Yo, go Durst, dude. I need you. I can't. I need you to Durst out.
I'm glad you're getting fucking a kick out of this.
That's such a funny question. What's the gayest thing you've ever done in a dream? It's coming for all of us, dude.
Yeah.
The homosexual dream encounter is coming for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if you
That's what the Mayans talked about. This is 2012. That's about when it happened. When it yours?
Right.
Probably when the Mayans predicted it.
Mine was deeper into 2016. It might have been right when Barack Obama got elected. I was like, oh.
No, that's 08. You're thinking Trump. Trump fired you up.
Trump. I might have sucked
2016.
D when Trump came in.
Oh, is that why you moved out from living with us?
No, dude.
You had a gay dream and you're
shrugged
like, I gotta get a wife.
I shrugged it off quickly.
I
don't
did
know
shrug
what
it
it
off, but I remember this is the first time I've ever told anybody about it.
I think you told me. I think I heard about it.
Oh, really? I told you this?
did tell me.
All right, good.
You confided in me.
Good. I'm
You
glad
got
I
ahead.
let that secret out to somebody.
You got
That thing
ahead.
was burning a hole in my soul for years.
Dude, Sigmund Freud and his boys all accepted the fact that they had unconscious homosexual urges, and they would write each other letters being like, I don't know, I think my unconscious homosexual urges have been like affecting our relationship, and they'd be like, oh, it's totally cool, dude. I think I'm kind of gay for you unconsciously.
Everything
See, it
I hear
seems
about,
like they're having a different
Yeah.
experience.
I don't like everything I hear about Sigmund Freud. It bothers me.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
Every single time someone's
Yeah.
like, yeah, he also said you wanted to eat your mom's pussy. It's like, all right, dude, why don't you fucking chill?
Apparently, though, he bit back a lot of his stuff because he had come to the conclusion that women were hysterical because they were getting molested. And it also happened, I think his sister, yeah, it's true. It also it happened that his sister was hysterical and his dad was a powerful man. And then he had to start, then he started being like, that's when a lot of the weird mythological stuff kind of popped up. So apparently he put his finger on a button. It's like women were just bugging out. Because everyone was being fucking bad dads, dude. Naughty stepdads. Everyone was being naughty real dads.
Yeah.
A lot of people. And then all these women are freaking out. Everyone's like, why are we having this weird public health crisis? Where women are just like spazzing and being like, I can't get up. And he talked to like thousands of them. They're like, yeah, my dad
I think
molested
that's just more of just women.
me." You think it's bullshit?
I don't know. That still happens.
I mean, yeah.
There's a lady will lay down and be like, I can't do anything.
They do wild out.
Yeah. I feel like it's affecting dogs. They're adopting a lot of dogs in cities. And I've run into the most amount of nervous dogs ever in my life.
Yeah, women should not own dogs by themselves. I am fully with you on that.
Yeah,
they don't walk them.
No,
Some do. Some do.
Yeah.
A lot of women just.
But
They get 'em.
they transfer their fear
Yeah, they talk to them like
onto
they're
the dog. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole dog mom phenomenon needs to stop immediately.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a
dogs
dog
are for
mom.
guys.
Man's best friend, dude.
Yes.
Woe be
Women
to the
get
dog.
cats.
Yes, I mean, come on. But yeah, dude. Yeah, women can. I've seen women can lock their dogs up for hours, dude.
Well, I just feel like
They go out,
yeah.
get drinks with their
I
girls.
knew-
like, oh, I forgot my dogs. I tied him to the radiator.
Yeah, dude. They'll crate their dogs for like a day.
I feel like just dogs aren't city people. You know what I'm saying?
Dogs should not be in the city.
Yeah.
Humans should barely be in the city.
Yeah, true.
But I know, but see, humans keep adopting dogs in the city.
Yeah, it bothers me, especially when they get big dogs.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
bothers
especially in New York, it's a bad. This is
me.
not
Yeah.
a dog town.
This is the
dude.
least dog city.
Nah.
And it's just like these dogs are not. They're not getting what they
Well,
need.
but the other thing too is they're gonna get killed.
I know. So it's a
So,
it's a
who
tough.
is?
The dogs,
How?
Yeah.
the fucking shelter. That's where they
Yeah.
get them from.
Oh,
So you might as well
okay.
give them a little Lady in the Tramp life.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. They're alive, which is good, but the city stuff is dogs aren't handling.
You
it
should
well.
start a like a nonprofit that humanely just like takes dogs from a shelter and like gives them like peak experiences and then puts them down right afterwards.
I think people just need.
give them like just stay with the Lady in the Tramp thing, like a full like spaghetti and meatball dinner, and then just fucking hit them with some fentanyl.
Fentanyl's that's a good way to go. Hitting a dog with fentanyl.
Yeah, that's not. I think that. What do they give them to kill them?
Gardini, the Dini, dude. He loves being a part of the show.
Dude, if you didn't hear Gardini said chocolate. Did you say it in the mic?
No,
I ought to fucking sock you,
yeah,
dude.
we should punch you in the fucking gut.
Yeah, so you guys missed it. I was like chocolate.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Gardini.
Thank you.
But yeah, dude, speaking of people dying, did you see the documentary?
No, the one you told me
Life
to watch?
of Crime,
No.
1984 to 2020? Bro. It might be the craziest shit.
What's it on?
It's on HBO.
Is that
We're
door
dealing
open?
with some noise pollution.
What?
The dude,
I think that's my woman
Oh.
really?
working, slaving away in the kitchen.
Speaking, dude, so in the video, they start filming these
I
fucking
need a fucking snack after the podcast.
Oh,
she
it's
makes it during the show.
good.
I demand it.
Otherwise, you freak, dude.
As soon as we hit pause on this, I'm on.
There better be something to munch on, dude.
Sorry.
So it just reminded me of I'm in Raleigh. I'm with Sid the Kid.
Nice.
We come back. We
Raleigh.
go back. Yeah.
It's pronounced Rally.
Everyone gave me shit for it's Raleigh apparently.
No, it's Raleigh.
I like
thought-
Raleigh.
It's
I
Raleigh.
like Raleigh, dude. The place rules. By the
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
I really like I'm a big North Carolina head.
North Carolina's the best.
Just flying over it, I was like, man, this rules.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked what I saw, and I went in there.
You
I'm
like the
like,
trees? You like the
Yeah.
forest all around it? It's
I like,
nice.
I like it a
The
lot.
farmer blood had to be.
Oh, yeah. Big
So
time.
I was eyeing up those
Yeah.
squares from the skies, and like, oh, what I do with that plot, dude. A lot of good lumber down there too.
Yeah.
A lot of good lumber, dude.
I watch lumber cutting videos. Sorry, not to interrupt.
No,
Do
you're
you
fine.
Yeah.
Some lumber cutting.
Yeah, you see a machine. They're like cutting down a big piece of lumber into blocks. It's
that.
awesome.
Really? That's
The
pretty
machine's
nice.
like rotating it and cutting it itself. Big blades.
You know, there's certain
huge blades.
there's certain types of light you're not allowed to use in a sawmill because it creates the illusion that the blade's standing still.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Arc lighting, I believe.
Wow.
Can't use arc lighting in
Yeah.
a sawmill, brothers. It
You have
looks
to
like
use
the blade's still.
specific light.
Anything other than arc lights,
It's like putting a smell in propane.
pretty much.
Yeah.
It looked like you had a steel blade there. Chop your fucking hand right off, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, how long do you think you last in a sawmill?
I would stand clear. I would
1
just sit
hour.
and watch.
You think you get chopped? You get
I
chopped?
think I'd get chopped up.
No, I would survive. I would just quit.
Sawmill, sweet. You're just sliding the logs up.
I'm out.
It's a good smell.
I bet
man.
that gets done. I bet first 6 are like, whoa, this is awesome.
True.
Number 8,000, you're like, I wish I had studied.
My downfall is I hate dust. I hate dust.
Yeah.
Hate fucking dust, bro. It's nothing but sawdust.
Well, they got a big vacuum that sucks the dust right out of there. They're not filling that place with dust.
Yeah, Matt, what are you, a fucking
I'm
idiot?
talking about the old school. I'm talking about
No,
the
we're
old
talking
school
lumber.
mill.
We're talking real lumber.
Nah, I'm talking the old
You're
mill.
talking about what you read in a book. We're
I'm not-
talking shit we've seen.
Dude, we went right past the lumber. I passed.
Matt, I've been there 6 fucking times.
You went
I
to a
lived
lumber
in
place?
North Kakalaki.
Oh,
What the hell are you
you
talking
see a
about?
lumber, you saw a
Who are
lumber
you
field?
talking to?
You ever been to a lumber
I've
thing?
been to Lumberton.
You've been to
Lumberton, North Carolina.
Have you been in the mill?
Man, I fucking grew up in mills.
You didn't grow up in a saw. You never stepped foot in a sawmill. Did you ever go to a sawmill?
No, but
Me either. I wish I ever did. I never. Went
if I'm using
I wish I did. I have no desire to have been able to flex on guys when I'm in my 30s.
gonna
Be
be-
like,
I'm not
I
flexing.
went to mills.
I went to this dude.
No,
It looks like a cool place. The sawmill.
I hear you.
It's just from Twin Peaks. Just from watching Twin
Yeah.
Peaks.
But every time I
Still
go
on.
home, my dad's
Fly
got
is
big into
fucking
cutting
32 years old, dude. This thing, he's on my foot right now.
wood. Yeah, he's
He
been
has-
on every podcast.
I don't understand how this guy's doing this.
He's hanging in. Try to keep. You should make him as a pet.
He's the one I fucking hit.
Yeah, he's still
I
here.
knocked him out cold.
It's
dude.
got to be the same fly. He's slow as hell, dumb as hell. But yeah, dude, the
You
I
can't
got
get him.
I got him.
You touched him?
I hit him.
He's fine, dude.
He's
don't
down.
care.
He's
That
down on
thing's-
the ground.
No, he's
you'll
not.
never kill him. But yeah, dude,
You didn't get him.
I got him. With my
you
big
pushed
arms
him.
Right
Yeah,
there.
you pushed him, dude.
He's flying
I got him with
above
my
you
pinky.
now.
He took it.
You pushed him.
Isn't it crazy the amount of hits like a bug can take? You can flick an ant across the room, and there's barely any trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that exoskeleton, dude.
So
So-
what'd you like? Oh, did you get to go to? There was you guys didn't hit the bars.
No.
There was a bar we went to. Was it with you or was it with Bees? There was one I was eating fucking sausage.
Oh yes,
Sausage gravy every night.
yes.
Was it the?
Oh my god.
Was
Yeah.
it a barbecue place?
No, it was like a
Okay.
NC State bar.
we
It was
didn't
like
go any-
It's like
Underdog.
right around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, it was right next to it, and I was just
Dude.
crushing sausage gravy every night.
That's actually delicious.
Yeah.
It was
well-
delicious. While you're hammered, you're like this. I mean,
Oh.
3 bowls of sausage gravy.
It was
See
like
how this turns out.
Dude, I actually did the
that
exact. I did the
buffalo
exact
chicken, dude?
opposite. The very first night, I went to an Ethiopian place and ordered. I thought I was getting it for delivery, so I was like, I wanted to make it worth their while, so I got 2 entrees, figuring I'd share with Sid. I didn't know Ethiopian food. They just give you like you wrap it up in this little like fuck is it called? It's this type of like flatbread. In there here. I called it. I was like, can I have the inertia? She was like, it's in there here. I'm like, all right, my bad.
Yeah.
So I got 2 Ethiopian entrees. Sid didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah. Sorry, I mispronounced that. You're at a strip mall in North Carolina.
What?
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it was
Like
kind
correcting you on how to say something in Ethiopia.
Well, I did ask because I was like
Okay,
inertia and there, and she's like, what? She was just at a loss.
Yes.
I was like, what is that flatbread made from teff flour? She was like, in the here. And I was like, yes, I'll have that.
Yes, thank you. Was
But
she
she was-
beautiful?
Ethiopian women,
babes.
all are beautiful,
Yes.
dude.
Yeah.
And there was a what's it called? A Tretian or what is it called? Ethiopian. There's also
Eritrea,
a Yeah.
however you say it.
Yeah.
Eritrea.
So
I
Eritrean.
forget.
Eritrean. Yeah, Eritrean. That's what Eritrean.
Yeah.
Eritrean where?
And Djibouti.
Yeah, it used to
We're
be
talking
Djibouti.
horn.
Exactly.
We're
But
talking
yeah,
horn of
Dude,
Africa.
I ate 2 Ethiopian entrees and then went on. It was a mistake, dude.
Wow. You
So
had
full.
2 full Ethiopian entrees
And
and then
apparently,
went on stage.
so apparently that bread, the anita, it's made of teff flour, and the point of it is you eat it and then it soaks up a ton of water and expands in your stomach. So I don't get to eat bread all that often, so I was excited to eat this fucking anita. So
Oh yeah, how'd it treat you? You never eat bread.
Pigged on. Well, it's teff flour. It's
Oh, okay.
naturally gluten free. So I pigged on. They had so much of it, and I pigged on it, and I was like, oh, my stomach was so full. And the lady was telling me, she was like, this other lady at the club was like, yeah, you eat that because it expands in your stomach and fills you up. I already expanded my stomach with meat. Then I piled the bread, and it was just fucking
Yeah.
foaming at me, dude. I was
Yes.
like on stage Friday night, like, fuck.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, dude.
Every time I'm performing, I'm stuffed. I'm so full.
It's the move, dude. You have to eat a lot,
Yeah.
and then the pig out afterwards is phenomenal.
I went on a date with an Ethiopian girl once, and she took me to like she was like, "Do you eat Ethiopian?"
Dude, pause. This is something you're going to like. Living with the 3 of us together, me,
Yeah.
Chris, and Tommy, is the loudest all day, every day, is constant like, farts.
Just body noises all
Yeah,
day
it's
long.
3. I mean, we're dad's age. So it's the noises dads make, constant sitting down, getting up.
All right, I'm getting up. All right.
What are you getting into? What are you doing today? I'm gonna play some Xbox. Tell you what, these new games, they don't make them like they used to. It's the loudest. Farts, dude, it stinks.
The
It always
ringtone
stinks.
is all maxed out, volume
Everyone,
50.
yeah.
Da, 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 da.
And everybody just.
Dude, my dad's ringtone is like, it hurts your ears.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
My dad-
I
my
think
dad-
he pays extra for
Dude.
like extra decibels.
Yeah, he gets ESPN alerts all day, and then
His screen is like zoomed in, like
got
so
a-
it's like 4 words.
he got a new ring, the ring thing
Oh.
for the front door. So that thing goes off every 5 fucking seconds. And I'm like, dude, turn that notification off. He's like, I like it.
They use all their notifications.
They love it.
They love notifications. They get news notifications. Or like,
Yeah. Breaking.
dude, what's your dad's zoom on? Is it zoomed in pretty hard?
You're right about that. The text,
Dude, it's
5 words.
huge,
Yeah.
bro.
that's how Voss's
It's
is.
huge.
Rich Voss. Yeah, I'll be sitting next to him, we'll be texting.
Dude, I saw a lady on a Kindle on the plane, and it was just like 4 sentences per flip. It was just like, dude, she was just
Speed read.
crushing pages.
She's reading like Cards Against Humanity.
I could read it fully from behind. I was behind her reading it alongside. Just like, this book sucks. She was reading like romance novels.
Yeah.
Just zoomed
Why?
up.
Why?
These are perverts,
They're
dude.
constantly, women are fucking
Perverts,
sick,
dude.
dumb perverts.
Perverts.
Yeah.
I always I like to tease.
They're not like
people.
us.
I like
They're not
to tease-
having fucking gay dreams about their friends.
Yeah, dude. Them being, I'm sorry.
We
I'm-
suppress that.
Yeah, well, we're not reading it on. We're not watching on the plane.
True.
You're watching it on the plane.
Speak for
getting
yourself,
horny?
dude.
Yeah.
I read gay romance
Speak for
novels
yourself,
every time
moron.
I fly. Oh my god.
You're watching porn on the plane.
No.
Did you guys ever go to
Gay
the bathroom
romance
on-
novels. No, I've never watched it. Gay romance novels are nice. It's 2 dudes like, no, let me pick you up. No,
Hold on, I think we were
I'll
onto
get
something here. What was that question you
you.
were
Porn
about
on the
to
plane?
Did you ever go to the bathroom on the plane, jerk off?
Yes.
Thank you.
ask? You did?
Not successfully though.
Really?
I didn't crumb.
Did someone knock?
No, I just fapped, and was like, I don't think I want this that bad. This is more mental, and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Wow. Really?
It was a while back, yeah. Try to fap on a plane. And I was just like, I don't want this.
I've done it on a train.
Fapped on to completion?
Yeah.
Oh, we talked about this
Yeah.
on the Amtrak.
Yeah.
Though you got to watch out, though. Those doors can fly open.
Yeah.
No, you put the lock on.
I know, but sometimes you hit the lock and it didn't latch. I've taken several pisses where the door is slammed open.
Pops on you.
And the doorways are like fucking 10 feet wide.
Yeah. They're stopping at a
You're
station.
just in there trying to be bouncing around.
That's also kind of a feat, though, because you are bouncing.
Yeah.
You
Probably helps a
added,
little.
Yeah, it adds.
Sure, a little vibration.
Yeah.
Put your butt on like the shitty thing.
I've jerked off while driving before.
Same.
Yeah. On the highway.
Same.
Heard that. I hit a rest stop in Pittsburgh. I'll never forget it.
Dude, the first time
You pulled over and
I
did it?
pulled over.
I did it on 95.
Yeah.
See, that to me is sketchier.
No, I couldn't.
Parking lot jerk is the
Park-
most criminal
It is.
jerk.
It is. But I parked.
It really is.
I agree. I parked as far away. I parked in the back. That's what those spots are
That's
for.
the most criminal spot.
No, I worked myself up to near completion. I said, I can't do this.
You
Pulled
fell
over,
back?
uncorked one, back on the road, dude.
Dude, the first time I bought a personal tub of Vaseline, the first time I bought a personal tub of Vaseline, it was like I bought it for, actually, it's probably for my ass. I probably had a sore ass. I was like 19, driving home my Chevy Lumina. It was just like, looking at it, it was like, dude, get a hold of yourself. And it was finally like, and just started fapping on the way back on like a suburban
Whoa.
back road. I couldn't handle it. I always shared the Vaz with an entire family.
Yeah.
So you couldn't devastate it. You couldn't take like a huge
Yes.
dip.
And
So
you're
like I had
doing
my
this in
own
the car?
Yeah, bro.
What did you do with your hand
Thermal.
afterwards?
Just wiped it on a thermal. My car was a mess, so I had tons of like old shirts. I was at work.
Oh, okay.
I was working for a builder. And I just fapped in my
You're just
car. I was like
driving the rest of
driving
the way
around.
home,
I was like,
like-
yeah, I was like dropping checks off and shit. I was like, oh, let me stop in this Rite Aid to grab some fucking Vaz for my sore ass because I don't know how to wipe my ass. And I just fucking fapped in my Lumina.
I think I need some
I just
Vaseline.
fapped in a $500 car, dude. It's so fun. Looking back on it,
Some
I
of
was
the
like,
finest.
none of it affected me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had like a pound of weed in my trunk, fapped in my Lumina, and was just like,
Yeah.
nice. What am I going to do tonight? It was like, no,
That's great.
no, Rick. Yeah, it's really, it
I
was a
know.
simple
I got to
time.
work on that.
Simple time.
I got to work on that. I've been all right. So we talked about it last podcast. I did my 10 days sober.
Yeah.
Okay. And by that, I mean one day.
One day, totally
yeah, I made
sober.
one day.
Totally sober.
It's completely.
What was so you did, dude, you have to
Actually,
watch
two.
Life of Crime,
I did
1984.
two. What, you think? Did they turn to the bottle?
They turned to other stuff, but it shows you the life.
I turned to the bottle on the second day, and I felt like a bum, dude.
Dude, these
I was
guys,
having too much fun. I had to turn to the bottle.
you gotta
And
watch.
then, since then, I've been strict.
Well, at least you're having fun. These guys are having bad times.
They're having bad
One
times.
guy gets hit with a $50 a month child support check, and he's like, I can't fucking do it. And like, dude, it's $50 a month. He's like, they're coming at me from all angles. I'm gonna use.
Yeah.
They followed him for 36 years, bro,
That's crazy.
and documented their lives.
Man.
You're not going to want to use, dude. You watch this, you go. Not to give a spoiler, one dude literally like explodes. It's like the
What?
aftermath is horrible.
Jesus.
What do you
Fair
mean?
statement.
How's he explode?
All he dies and all of his fucking fluids just leak out of him. Dude, they show it. It's fucked. It's fucked. They
And was
show
the
it.
camera crew the first to find him?
No, but they show the shit. They got the pictures. Then the guy was dedicated. He goes to the morgue and
What
he
a kind of shitty guy.
unzips the bag.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to do, is just to film losers for
36
fucking years.
And
Dude,
not
he,
help
like,
him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Well, he'll like film their kids like being like, "Mommy, your track marks look bad" and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
dude,
It
that
doesn't
was-
help the
Is
kids.
he British?
Nah, he's like a white
He's
dude.
he's
It's all
from
in
HBO. He's
Jersey.
an HBO guy.
Yeah.
He did a
And
thing in
he'll,
the
like-
80s. He did a Life of Crime, 1984, filmed it. Everyone's like, oh, this is pretty sick. Dude, it's them shoplifting. It's the funniest shit.
Yeah,
They're
it's
just
really
crouched
funny.
in a fucking, in
They're
like a
Metal
clover.
They're
Gear
using
Solid,
sneak.
dude. Yeah.
They're using their sneak abilities. If you hit B and crouch, no one can see you.
One guy, they like bring in their own box and they just like flip it down in the store and like wait and they stuff shit in
They
it
go
and run
to
out.
the box. They go Metal Gear Solid. They use the box.
Dude, at one point they stand outside of a store. There's like merchandise and they just like chill. And they just go and grab a box and run away. Dude, it's the funniest shit. They make like $80 and they're like, working man's a sucker, dude. So fucking funny.
That's your mood when you hit the scanner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I've laid off the scanner.
you have. But
Now I'm on the Noble Eightfold path, dude. I've read the first one. I was like, don't steal. I was like, shit. Fuck.
damn it.
It's got
Oh, for one.
to be funny to see how many times over that 36 years they're like, does it get any better than this?
Dude.
Look,
Does it get
let's
They're
be honest.
high on the hog in the beginning, and then it's like 2 hours of just like,
Yeah.
it's fucked.
But give them credit. 36 years is a strong run.
Yeah.
It was. They were institutionalized for a good amount of it. They get breaks. They're so funny
It takes a break.
when they're in jail, dude. They're so
They're like, I'm going to fucking get out of here. Have fun again.
and you just watch life slowly catch back up to them. The guy's like, they fucking asking me for $50 a month. I don't know if I can handle this.
Damn, I want to watch this.
And, dude, it's so fucking tight.
How
It's
long?
fucked.
How long do we have?
It's 2
How
hours.
long? All right, fuck.
It's 2 hours long. Well, I'm telling
What's
you,
it on?
keep it. It's on HBO.
Oh, nice.
It's good, bro.
Is it new?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
relatively
shit.
new, dude. So that's the whole point of the reason I was talking about. Well, actually, I want to hear about your
No, that's
falling
it.
off the wagon.
Fell off the wagon
Fell off the
immediately. Didn't even get on, dude. I had 1 foot on the wagon.
You had 1 foot on.
Flew off.
So you were chipping. You had a couple. You were chipping. You had a couple BLs.
I was
Just on a
yeah.
skateboard on the back of the wagon.
Yeah, I was hanging on to the wagon. Night number 1, I hit the speed wobbles pretty hard. I was like, oh shit. No, it's too many shows.
dude. Yeah, I guess that'll get you.
Yeah, it was.
They're coming at you from all
They
angles.
came at me from all angles. I literally got peer pressured into boozing.
Yeah,
Somebody
what
came in
happened?
and was like, "What?" I was like, I'm just gonna go a couple of days off." They were like, "Why?" Drink. They got me.
They got you with the
Yeah.
BLs, but have one.
I had a couple BLs.
It happens.
Yeah.
How quick was the progression to like get? Did you get hammered?
The first BL, you're like, you're right. It's just about discipline.
It
You
is.
have one.
I
Dude,
can have a couple.
they all do it in the
No,
show.
what
They all
happens?
do it.
What happens is you go to the stand for fucking 10 hours. You know how hard it is to sit at a comedy club for that long.
Yeah, it is.
Just having people coming up to you like, "Hey, what's up?" Hey, you're like, "Hey."
Yeah,
The whole time you're just thinking of those fucking cold.
those cold
Pilsners.
pills.
my plant ally calls
Those
to me.
cold foamers. True, that is your plant ally.
That made me feel good when we had that conversation.
It's an ancient fucking
It's an
relationship.
ancient. Oh yeah, we're talking about like the Mesopotamians. There had to have been, as ancient as booze is, there had to be one civilization that kind of stumbled across Bud Lights,
For sure.
You think so? Just
like kind of
Experimenting?
close to a Bud Light.
Yeah, water down the mead. Like,
Yeah.
I can drink these all day.
yeah.
Yeah, just getting wrecked, being like, build that fucking pyramid right now.
For sure.
Like, why? It's like, fucking listen to me.
Herod apparently was a drunk.
Yeah,
Herod the Great.
Wasn't it the
Fucking
monks and
hammered.
stuff that were making the booze?
They made some of
some
it.
yeah.
I
Made
thought
some
that
of
was their thing. They're like, no, we're praying.
it. Oh, they made it.
Just getting wrecked.
No one's allowed in because it's very sacred up here.
So there's
Yeah,
a
It's a
chance.
good move.
There's a chance.
It's a men's only.
Yes,
Bar.
it's the men's club.
Yeah, dude, there was Buddhist sex
It's the
that like,
Mechanicsburg club.
yeah, dude, the Buddhists had fucking they had like temples and they like had basically like indentured servants. They had like lots of money. They
Yeah.
had so much money. They would slowly, the emperors would make money, and it would just all eventually find its way in the Buddhist temple.
Yeah.
The emperor would be like, "No, you guys are shut down." And we would take their money back.
Yeah, we knew. We just watched Passion of the Christ. We know all about how Herod acted.
Do you really?
That
Yeah,
punk.
he was a fucking drunk.
Yeah.
Pontius Pilate was a power hungry freak. He
I
wanted to.
I kind of sympathize with Pontius
I mean, he wanted to.
and Judas.
They were coming at him from all angles.
Dude, they were coming
Maybe
at
the-
Pontius was coming from all angles.
Now, I'm not talking. I didn't read this in the Bible. I'm talking strictly the Mel Gibson depiction of this.
But it's probably historically more accurate.
Perhaps.
Pontius genuinely went through greater lengths than they demonstrate in the Bible. He was like, "Come on, guys."
Yeah.
He's like, "You're not saying you're like a worldly king," and he was like, "No, my kingdom's not of this world."
Yeah.
He's like, "Come on, guys, let him out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
And
kept
were
going,
like,
kept going. That's why they scourged him. He's like, they whipped him the shit
Yes.
out of him. He's like, "Come on, right?"
Yeah. Isn't this
And his
enough?
wife allegedly had a dream, being like, "Don't kill that guy," and then he did it. And he's
Yes.
like, so he was there.
He
That was
washed
all
his
angles.
fucking hands, dude. He was like, "This is you guys."
He thought Caesar was going to come for him if he didn't fucking
Exactly.
manage this situation.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
He was in a real tight spot.
Didn't he get killed though? Didn't Pontius Pilate eventually? Didn't he get executed?
Sure.
I think he got executed. I think they called him back and fucking
Cut his throat.
I think Judas also.
hung himself.
I don't know. Yeah, he hung himself. Exactly.
You think
How
they
much more of a
Epstein Judas?
fucking-
You think he didn't?
Maybe. That's a good theory.
He was framed.
Oh yeah.
What was this?
Pontius Pilate was ordered to execution by Caligula the emperor.
Yes.
Caligula got him?
Caligula took him
Damn,
out.
that sucks. He ran into the buzzsaw that was Caligula. Caligula the retard got him.
Yeah, dude.
That's tough. But yeah, Judas felt pretty bad about what he did.
He did.
I think in Christianity we should forgive,
I do.
you know?
I forgive Judas.
I forgive him.
That was the ultimate.
Christ
That's
forgived him, right?
Dude, that's why Jesus washed
must
everybody's
have.
feet.
Oh, we were talking about that too. Props to the fucking thief that was getting crucified also.
True.
Put up that last second Hail Mary by being like, yeah, dude, you are pretty cool. I love you. And Jesus was like, you're coming with me.
Yes.
Fuck yes. And the other guy that was like, shut up, both of you. He just went straight to hell.
Dude, I had a very difficult experience this weekend that pertains to all of this stuff. So, dude, Saturday. So, Friday, I'm not even into Friday night. Friday night, we watched the Kenny G documentary. Awesome.
God
So
damn
fucking
it.
good, dude.
It,
So good.
it turns out he's cool.
He's a fucking raging dickhead.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He's a
that
raging
sounds
fucking
cool.
dickhead. It is very funny
Makes
to
him
watch.
cooler.
It is funny. It's hilarious, dude. But maybe we'll talk Kenny G on the page, bro.
Yes.
I could talk about Kenny G for a while.
A lot of the Kenny G fans are
I
out
was
here.
fucked up, dude, from watching. I didn't know like anything about the guy. When I fully got a taste of his personality, me and Sid would just like come back and get stoned. So I'm like sitting there watching the Kenny G doc, and I was like, have to be like, I guess I know about Kenny G now. Like, and I would just
Yeah.
like lay down and go to bed. But yeah, so dude, so I
How
Saturday.
how good is a fucking post-show hotel movie?
It's all
How good is it? That's when I fell in love with the industry.
true.
Remember that?
That makes sense.
I got done with the show, the comedy show. Come home and you're like, this is the only thing that's on TV.
You're at peak
and
loneliness.
it's like, this rules. No, I had the bees. Bees was
Okay.
sitting on his bed looking at his
Yeah.
phone.
Playing
Sharing a
Candy
room
Crush.
with a dude, sharing a room with a grown man that's you got to adjust.
It's weird.
We had like the nighttime talk, and we're like same thing. You're like adjusting, getting
Yeah.
comfortable.
Oh, you both make noises all night.
Yeah, it's
Dude, me and Bees hitting the snores, dude. I have to wake him up. I throw pillows at him. Like, dude, shut the fuck up.
yeah. We didn't have any. At least I didn't hear him snoring. I don't know if I snored, but yeah, we had some peaceful nights, dude. The second day I wake up, said the kid might be the ultimate road dog. Drives 7 hours down, gets up the next day. His brother was 2.5 hours away. Drove to his brother, hung with his brother, drove back. So it's a 5-hour drive. Then the next day wakes
Who the
up.
fuck was his brother?
He's in North Carolina, just 2 hours away somewhere.
His brother didn't come to him.
Nah, he has a kid. So Sid wanted to go see his like nephew. He never
Nice.
met
Oh,
his
yeah.
one of his nieces or nephews. So he goes and he just handled biz, dude.
Yeah.
That's trucker blood. 7 hours, 5,
Yeah,
7.
that's a lot.
3 days, bro. And then he's doing the whole time. His secret though, he like watches YouTube videos while he drives. So he's
What?
he's like, oh, I can't wait to watch this video on the drive. Dude, so I wake up. Sid's gone, so it's just me. And there's a bookstore like 2 miles away. So I took a trek. I walked to a bookstore. I missed time to pee. I was chugging water. I always buy way too much water when I go to a hotel. Then I'm like, I gotta finish this. So I'm like walking around the full bladder, peed outside. That's a good
Yeah.
town for peeing outside,
Yeah.
but a lot of space. So I go into this bookstore. I find this book that was like, it was like at 10 cents. I got it from outside, and it was such a. I go home and it's such a good book. I'm engrossed in it. It's like all about like finding meaning in life. It's written by like a Jesuit priest. It's like one of the best
They're the
books.
best.
They're great, dude. Tiny little book. I'm sawing through. I'm like, who is this guy? It's like 2 hours before showtime. Look it up, dude. The guy was a pedophile. I was like, motherfucker,
Damn
Dude, no.
motherfucker.
Well, sometimes they know
No,
the
no.
meaning.
Hey, dude, he nailed it. But it was, and here's the, it was. He had sex with like he was at a high school having sex with young girls, and I was like, 12-year-olds, bro, and I was like, motherfucker,
Dude,
He admitted
never look. You find a little short thing. I remember there was like a meditation thing that I listened to, and I loved it.
Mhm.
Right? It was fucking 10 minutes.
Yep.
Someone had mixed it with some music and shit. The guy's voice was great. And I shared it with Gerben because I was like, it's really good.
All right.
Do
baby.
not tell me who this guy
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Do not tell me. I don't want to know anything about
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
The first thing Gerben did after he listened to it was look it up and realize the guy became like an alcoholic, like killed his wife or something. I was like, dude, I didn't want to know
Yeah.
anything about
Dude.
this guy.
It killed me, man. I was like, this is a great book, and I looked it up, and it was just like, yeah, he fucking
You find something short and sweet that's perfect, never look that person up.
true. Yeah.
Just let it be just the
It's
art.
too late. I'm gonna finish
Yeah.
the book.
Yeah.
I tried to get back into it right after learning. It was like,
Yeah, it's gonna have a
and it's such a beautiful book. I'm like, damn, this guy was just thinking this all up. Meanwhile, like having sex with 12-year-olds, telling them he's like, I'm just sexually awakening you.
you got to start separate the art from the artist, and the only way to do
Must.
that is to never look up the artist.
You can't, dude.
Yeah.
This destabilized me. It was right before, and then I had like, so I'm like, oh great, and I was like, and I had to do that show afterwards, and was like,
Yeah,
I was bummed, dude. I was just like, fucking pedophile.
Yeah, this is. I feel like it's kind of similar to the gay sex in the dream situation.
I'd much rather I'd blow 1,000 guys in dreams to that guy never to hurt young women ever again, dude. It's probably why I blew that guy.
To
pay
protect.
for his sins.
Protect.
Much like
I'm just
Jesus.
protecting, dude.
Yes. Every time.
That's probably why I
saved
blew my
a
high school
child.
guidance counselor. What?
Yeah, you saved a child.
Probably did.
Every time you blow a dude in your dreams, you save a kid.
Yeah, kid gets his wings.
The priest is just like, never mind. Actually, I think I have to go to a funeral. Yeah, dude, a Jesuit priest abusing the girls. Although I thought he was abusing boys, and it was girls, and I went,
Not as bad.
isn't that fucked up? That's literally what my head did. For a second, I'm like, that's horrible. And I was like,
Yeah, that's bad.
it's crazy though. But it's crazy. My brain, all my verbal coding
You were
led
just
up
like,
to the
at
second.
least he's not gay.
Whereas literally, dude, that the synapses fired to the point where I went, and I went, no.
Yeah, you got to block the bad ideas.
Crazy. But it's funny that it does occur.
Right.
I was just kind of like, I guess, because it is worse when you hear about young boys. You're like, the fuck.
Yeah, I was a
Young
young boy.
girls are equally as bad, but it just gets filtered through that not gay filter for a second, where you go,
Yeah.
no.
Mhm.
The guy
No-
fucking little boys
no,
you
Matt.
feel like is incurable. The guy
Yeah.
fucking little girls, you're like, you just got
Jerk. Jerk.
Bump it up.
You just missed the high jump. Dude. You're like, Went right through the bar. It's like, bro. Yeah, and what a fucking dastardly thing to do. I'm sexually awakening you. It's like, you fucking
Yeah.
bastard.
Yeah, you're trying to come.
Because
Was
you
he
read
talking
this
about
guy's
sex in
book,
the
he
book?
could have got any of us.
Yeah.
This book was great.
Yeah.
He's like, the waters of pleasure are but an inch deep. When you sip from them, you come up with sand in your mouth.
Yeah, you
I
never
would
want
have
to
been
look
like,
up.
okay.
You never want to look up the author.
Yeah, he
I
got me.
read fucking. There's this book. It's called Mein Kampf. And then I googled the guy who wrote it.
Turns out, imagine being like, what?
Yeah, just discovering Hitler. What the fuck?
Oh, fuck.
Turns out that Hitler is a real jerk.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, just page one. Just be like, all right.
Oh.
Just 3 pages in, you're like, what did he do? He had
I thought he was
vans.
speaking to my very
Yeah,
soul.
he was. He had some,
If anyone came across that book without coming across what he did, there has to be somebody who was
Yeah.
just like, there's definitely somebody who
Yeah.
didn't know Hitler wrote Mein
that
Kampf.
they didn't get the History Channel. They're just in China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They play Kenny G's music in China, by the way.
really? I
If-
bet.
When it's time to go home, they play Kenny G nationwide. Kenny G Going Home comes on loudspeakers and everyone has to go home.
I mean, that can't be totally true, but I
true.
like it. All of China?
In certain provinces, at
Yes,
least.
I like
It's
it.
the national...
Sorry to nitpick that,
No, it's
that
'cause-
bitch-like of me. Just
No.
now.
It's a very fair
Matt,
point.
I apologize.
It's a very fair point. I
Yeah.
think where the technology resides, that's part of
They're
their...
blasting Kenny
Because their
G.
cities are on programming.
Like
Yeah.
they do prayer and like
It's
you know.
Kenny G Going Home. And they're like, it's a very pleasant melody. The guy makes his daughter play it on like a clarinet, and he stands there with his pants pulled up all proud, like, see?
Yeah. Do you see?
Do you
Do
see
you
the-
get it now?
You see the melody?
Did
Do you
Kenny
get
G
it?
go through like a hard rocking phase?
Not at all. He
Really?
invented smooth jazz.
Yeah, but did he take an interesting route there?
Not at all.
No,
was
no,
on
That
the Johnny-
video, sorry.
Just
When you
came
said
out
he
of the
invented
womb.
smooth jazz, Guardian went. Real fucking like
It
like
threw me
Michael.
off.
Dude, that clip. When they're like, why do you want to go to Poland? She's like, Auschwitz?
He knows a lot about that shit, by the way. Michael's researched World War II, I think, pretty deeply.
You got to watch out, Mike.
He loves the
He
Allies.
supports the Allies.
Yeah,
Well, he's Australian, dude. The Allies rocked down there, protected them.
true.
They were about to feel the pain, dude.
Yeah, dude.
The Japanese were not happy with the boys down under. They wanted to come in there.
Yeah, man, they could have gotten them. Now seeing the state of things, they
Now
were
the
vulnerable.
Japanese might liberate them.
That would be
What
nice.
a nice twist that would be historically.
The Japanese have liberated them. The Australians.
Yeah, from the Australians under the fascist regime,
True.
the communists.
Yeah, what's going
Not
on in
fast.
China? Are they locking down?
They're doing whatever they.
Yeah, that's dude.
They're having
Kenny
fun.
G
They're
comes
in a
on every day
constant
at 5
state of
o'clock.
lockdown. Yeah,
This has been their life.
they live
Previously.
they live in a G prison.
Yeah, dude. You come on, it's like boo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and if you're like, "Nah, I want to stay out," some guy comes in,
Some
and
guy
seriously,
hits
get
you
the
with
fucking
sticks.
He gets fucking home, dude.
Put you in a fishnet. Remember they were netting people earlier in COVID? Dudes were trying to run. They're like, come here.
That's how they kept the case down. They kept the cases down,
Hit
dude.
with nets.
Yeah, they drag you into your apartment. You didn't even know like your window turned to metal. You're like, what the fuck?
Seal you in, hit you with a net. They'd get netted while walking down the
my
street.
God.
How many old people do you think they just quietly just died in like a fucking window?
That was on that HBO
brick
thing.
Yeah.
There was an HBO COVID thing, and they were like, they ran out of space or whatever, allegedly.
True.
There was like dudes with their moms, their geezer moms, like in ambulances, and they were like, "There's no room at this hospital, so you got to either take her home but we got to use this ambulance, so we got to take her out. They just take her out on the street."
Yikes.
The guy would sit there.
Also, vaping increases.
Kenny
your
G
chance
would come
to
on.
die
He'd have
from
to
COVID.
drag her
Really?
home.
What happened?
I'm looking right into the wind.
Really?
Yeah. I don't care.
Vaping
What the
increases your
fuck,
chance.
Chris? Why are you trying to show off for the podcast? You were crazy, dude.
I
I walked
guess
out.
if I put my money on the Russia thing, dude, and it turned out to be a total fucking hoax, I'd vape in the face of COVID, dude.
It's not a hoax.
You're vaping in the face of Omicron?
I came out.
Crazy, bro?
Dude, I came out when Omicron got announced. Chris was weeping. He said, "I'm not gonna be able to go to all my fucking cool festivals because the
Omicron.
Man, you always put me in this situation where I got to dig myself out of the hole. Constantly,
We know you weren't crying, bro.
constantly trying to correct this. To correct
We know
the
you weren't
narrative.
crying,
We know
but you did.
You are fake news.
You
You're
cried.
belly- you're
You're the
belly-
media. You're the media.
Right.
Constantly.
You cried when the hoax was not real.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, never mind.
But you're going to get shut down by Omnis.
Omicron?
Omicron.
No, I'm not worried about it.
Oh, okay.
I
mean, it's a fair fear.
I fear for. I mean, I honestly think it's like if they try to shut things down again, it's like
Long dark winter.
I mean,
Give me
it'll
another
be
one, dude.
mayhem.
Give me another one. I love
There's
them.
gonna be a lot more written.
I love them.
Long dark winters.
I had a good time.
I chilled, yeah.
Just went out.
No.
Yeah. You escaped. You were fucking.
I was out.
You
I
had
was
a
out on the
sailboat,
range, dude.
Yeah, you were chilling.
It was actually,
I was out there with you.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
great.
good old.
Yeah. Chris
Guess
was
I
out
did.
on the range too.
You guys had a good old.
All you have to do is, just go out.
Oh, you're thinking.
And everybody else is gone. And this shit rules.
Remember the
thinking more-
highway? Remember
the highway was so nice.
Oh my
Dude,
god!
the first time when I drove to Stanhope's,
Yeah.
I drove across the country and it was empty.
Yeah.
It was fucking sick.
It is
And then
tight.
you'd stop for gas and it was fucking 10 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was wild.
The drive down to North Carolina or South Carolina
Yeah.
was incredible. The drive back to Virginia and then
Oh,
back home,
yeah.
it was all just like
Fuck, that was
just
nice.
us in the
Yeah.
open road.
But when you don't have any tokens, that's when things get dark.
When everybody runs out of
You don't
tokens.
have any tokens, and you're just like, fuck, I'm just stuck here. I can't go anywhere.
yeah.
Yeah, we had tokens.
I can't see my friends. I can't see my friends.
You got to walk to see your friends.
I would. If
And
you're
then
if you're
and
an
then
Aus-
you know what you do with your friends?
What you-
McDonald's. You and your boys get McDonald's.
can't see your friends.
You guys are big about Arby's on the road. I feel like,
There was a brief stage in my life where Arby's buff chicken
yeah.
sandwich. That was nice.
I was a beef and cheddar guy.
They do have the meats, bro.
Dude, the beef and
Speaking
cheddar.
of the meats, dude,
Hold the onion roll, please. Plain roll.
Really?
Now I want, dude. I hated
you don't want that
vegetables.
indigestions.
I hated vegetables when I was young. They give me an onion roll and Arby's, I was fucked up.
Yeah.
I was going back in like I said no onion roll, plain roll. I can't taste onion. I hate vegetables.
Yeah.
That's how fucked up my palate was back in the day.
I've always liked onions.
I love them. They're delicious. I liked the flavor of them. I hated the idea that they were
I don't like
vegetables.
the texture.
They were vegetables, and I was like,
Thick
"Ugh."
onion, I don't like that.
A red onion texture's great.
I'm not a big fan.
I
Yeah,
like it.
all
I
right,
like
I'll
a
give you that.
crunch.
Dude, my grandfather used to eat them like apples. He would just munch an
That's
onion.
crazy.
He was just munching on.
That's
Dude, he escaped
crazy.
Ireland in like 1924.
Was he just crying the whole time? Just
He was just munching on.
why not an apple?
I
Or-
don't know, dude. He was munching on. He would just fucking grab an on and munch it.
I'm like more okay with someone biting into the outside of an orange.
I'm just Michael now.
He used to eat an onion. Where are we at time-wise, Jardine? I'm going to pee-pee.
Yeah, I got to piss so
Let's
bad.
pee-pees, yeah.
All right, well, guys,
Dude,
that's the end of the regular
dude,
podcast.
let's do
You want to do dates?
Yeah,
Yes,
dude, I'm
dude.
a-
Thank
I'm
God
all
you
bit-
have.
Dude, I'm fucking strictly business, dude.
I would have never done this.
You see this, bro?
Yeah.
Strictly business, man.
Oh man,
My boy Brandon gave
Yamaha.
it. Professional, he's sponsored, dude.
It's not for
Professional
me.
fisher.
I like
dude.
American
really?
stuff.
Professional fisher, bro.
I like American made.
Well, dude, it's an American fishing team, bro. Strictly business. Shout out motherfucking Brandon.
Yeah, I'm more of an Evinrude guy
Hmm?
versus Yamaha.
Please, dude.
All right, well.
On New Year's.
I didn't even know what you said.
Yeah.
It's an American
What is it called?
motorboat engine company.
What's it called?
Evinrude.
That's a good motor. I'm with you on
Evinrude,
that.
yes. Evinrude.
But I got to represent
They got
the
a
team, bro.
two-stroke. They got a two-stroke. Very efficient.
What's the one boat? They're like fucking $1 million.
There's $1 million boat.
Dude, there's a type of I'll forget. My dad was pointing them out. When
Hold
we were in
on.
Florida.
New Year's.
Yes, give the dates.
All the people, all of my West Coast players, I'll be at the Irvine Improv. And then the 6th, 7th, and 8th of January, I'll be at Caroline's on Broadway. And then the 13th, 14th, and 15th, I believe I'll be at the Tacoma Comedy Club. And then the 20, yes, this is the one, 20, 21st, 22nd, Summit City in Fort Wayne, dude. That's where it goes down.
That'll be nice.
Yes.
That'll be real sick.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be in St. Louis, January 1st and the 8th.
January
Indian-
1st?
St. Louis Helium Comedy Club. No, my bad. January 7th.
Okay.
Sorry. January 7th and the 8th. Thank you.
I was going to say, they're hitting you with the New Year's?
No, dude, that would be fun.
Yeah.
No way.
I actually think I just canceled I'm trying to cancel my New Year's Day
Because the Omicron?
because I'm trying to go to the Fiesta Bowl to
True.
watch my Irish.
Yeah, get out.
Or I might stay in LA and go to the Rose Bowl football game.
Where's it at? Where do you got to do New Year's Day?
New Year's, I'm in Irvine, California.
Ooh.
But
Sick, actually.
I could fly out to Arizona way.
Do it. Just no-show it.
You can't no show.
I know. It'd be terrible. It'd be terrible.
That would be a sick move, though.
Do a
Just
switcheroo. Get
burn
some.
every bridge, never doing improv again.
Yeah.
Just to go watch Notre Dame lose to Oklahoma
dude,
State.
Claim Omicron. Claim Omicron the day of.
I've been thinking about claiming Omicron. Trust me, I've been doing too many of these fucking shows. I've been thinking about hitting it hard.
Look, I think I have
I've been
Omicron.
exposed.
I've been exposed to
Just to
Omicron.
be careful. Just to be careful. I can't come to the show. I need to play video games for 12 hours.
Instagram the next day is just us hammered. Phoenix. Yeah.
Like the Omicron really took me out, dude.
Omicron, he's like, I'm fucked up.
Omicron might have led you back to the bottle.
Something hit me.
You might have had the
I
Omi.
was stricken down, man.
You had
With
the
melancholies.
Dude, Indianapolis, February 2nd. No, February. I'm getting these 2s and 4s. February
They're tricky.
4th and the 5th at Helium Comedy Club, Indianapolis, and Austin, Texas. March 18th, March 19th, Cap City.
Uh-oh, Austin.
Yeah.
Maybe we can figure something out.
Oh, dude, that'd be too funny. That'd be hilarious.
That's just a fun idea to have.
That's a
Chris, what do you got?
I'm in Florida this weekend, December 10th and 11th, Fort Lauderdale. Then in Philly, I think, with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That'll be.
But
Just
that's all.
22nd,
That's all
23rd.
sold
That's
out.
so
All
out,
right.
dude.
That's
All right.
been sold
so
out.
out.
All right.
Bro, you put
was
us
so
in Philly,
plans.
sold out.
This is so
Well, hey,
funny.
maybe come for the hang afterwards.
Yeah. Might
Find
have a
a
little
bar or something.
fiesta in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's company party.
And
Yeah, that
then,
is company party. I'm not sure Helium knows it's a company party yet.
Company party.
That's
bro.
company party. That's a holiday
That's going to
party.
be a 9-hour podcast.
Yeah.
Let's
That
just say
is.
that. If we don't leave the stage, it's strictly business, bro.
Yeah.
That is strictly business, man.
Fucking business.
You're exactly right. Also, check out Stuff Island.
Oh,
dude.
yeah. Check out Stuff Island.
Listen
Come
to
on, man.
Stuff Island. Chris
New
and Tom.
episodes dropping every week.
Yeah.
I was listening to it, dude. I was out on the road. I was listening to it, dude.
It's fun to
It's
listen
all
to.
right.
It's very nice. I like it a lot.
You and Tommy have a very fun dynamic.
Oh my god, dude! Just who's calling each other? Just who? It's like the battle for who's trying to be the piece of shit. He's dadding you big time.
Yeah.
You're bucking his reins, and it's nice to see who gets left with like
There's a lot of conflict.
you're like Tommy's like you can't fucking cook.
Yeah.
So funny, so
it's
funny.
good.
We'll see. We'll see what Tommy
Very
comes up
funny.
with. Yeah, and then I'm in Phoenix for New Year's doing shows down there.
And then you're going to go to the
28th, 29th.
Fiesta Bowl?
Yeah, I'm going to the Fiesta Bowl 100%.
I got to get it down there. I got to cancel my show to get down to
Can you-
Arizona anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got to be a short flight. Let's look it up right now.
LA to Phoenix? Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be short.
about an hour and a half.
But worst case, I can rent a car, dude, across the fucking mountain ranges.
That'd be good to do with
Desert.
Yomi too. Get a dry
That'll be good,
climate.
especially New Year's Day after I've definitely blacked out the night before.
yes.
Yeah,
That'll be good. On champagne, that's always an easy hangover.
you might want to think about this drive. Actually, it's just
It's an
Might be
hour and
just
20
die.
minutes.
Flight?
Yeah. You're not even going to get to cruising altitude.
No,
You'll be
I'm
up
going
and
to check
down.
it. I got to see the Irish, dude.
Yeah.
Under Marcus Freeman, the new era.
oh, dude.
We'll talk Marcus Freeman on the page.
True,
dude.
let's
the
get on-
page
yeah.
is going to be mostly dedicated to college football.
Yes, please.
And
That gypsy scale is too much, bro.
I can't believe this is still going.
That gypsy scale.
I really can't believe it.
That's a lifelong dedication, dude.
No,
I'm
I
as
can't.
much as a flutist as I am a comedian.
You're a flautist.
Possibly more of a flautist.
You are a bit
I'm
of a
more of a
flautist.
flautist.
You're flautistic, dude.
I'm,
You're fucked up.
I'm getting a keyboard.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I'm getting a keyboard. I'm gonna.
I'd like you to start playing piano. That would be sick.
I love piano, bro.
That's a cool thing to
I come
be
from
good
a
at.
family of pianists, dude.
Really?
My dad's grandfather played piano in the bars.
What?
That's how he etched out. Yeah, that's how he made a couple bucks.
That's awesome.
Great grandpa would play in the fucking saloon. And if, dude, my one cousin, I've like, it
In the
runs
saloons of Philly.
in the saloons of Southwest Philadelphia, dude.
in like the 60s. People are like, man, turn that shit the fuck off.
Yeah, my dad for a few years lived in Southwest Philadelphia. He was a Fresh Prince.
Was he?
He was,
He was a fresh penis, dude. Just down there getting his ass beat at bars.
It runs in my family. I have cousins who are just like savants on piano. It's pretty nuts.
You have several autistic people in your family.
I think our whole family's autistic. Our one cousin nailed it. She's like, our whole family's in too deep. We're all so autistic we don't know it.
Yeah.
But we're in too deep, dude.
Yes.
It runs in the fam.
Well, you guys have all bullied each other into some type of weird, like, nah, I'm this. I'm this. And then you guys have all bullied each other into, like, Bill's out of his mind, dude.
Yeah.
And he might be the most sane. I can't tell if he's the craziest or the most sane.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, I can't tell.
I
genuinely can't tell if Billy's absolutely the craziest or the most sane.
Who can tell? Yeah.
I don't think he knows.
Well, it's like the one thing, like if two balls are moving, who knows which ball is actually moving? Space. Yeah, there's a space between them just increasing. Yeah.
The first, like early when I met Billy, I'd be like, why are you doing all this? Because he's like, I wake up at this time, I'm jacked, I work hard. I was like, why? Why are you doing it? He's like, I'm bulletproof, dude. You can't make fun of me. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's definitely my family's deep roots of autism, dude.
Yeah.
Just like feudal autism. Just like, yes, my lord.
I think that's why we vibe, dude. My family is deeply into the syndrome, dude. We're all,
True.
I get home, everyone's like,
we're just two powerful clans, dude.
Too powerful.
Good clans, the ones with a C. Not those bad K clans, dude. Let's not get that twisted. We do not support the Ku Klux Klan at all.
No.
Do you see the Da Vinci Code?
Hold on, I want to tell you this. As many autists as you guys have, we have several offensive linemen in my family. My whole family's offensive line, dude. That's hard syndrome.
But everyone else is offensive line adjacent, though. That's the other
syndrome.
thing. Offensive line's a continuum.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people who are like just on the verge of offensive linemanship.
Yes.
So yeah, it's pretty sick. That's definitely the most autistic position in football.
No, it's the most syndrome.
Oh yeah. True. That makes sense. What would you say the most autist position in football is? Fullback? Not QB, dude.
Most autistic position.
Is there such a thing? Nah.
Kicker.
Possibly.
No, I don't know. Now that you're mentioning it, offensive line also definitely has a lot of that too.
I remember
Just like, I'm here to block for the guys running the
dude,
ball. I'm selfless. But that's also syndrome.
True. Well,
football's just for the fellas.
True, it's just for the boy. It doesn't even matter. That was the dude when the coach would tell me that in Pee Wee football, being like, "You guys are the unsung hero, dude." I fucking loved that. I genuinely prided myself on that for like years after Pee Wee
I take it
football.
back. The syndrome has a lot of glory hounds. They love. They're like, I want to score the touchdown. You ever watch those fucking glory hounds when they get the ball?
Autists are role players, dude. Autists are role players.
True.
The syndrome are glory hounds for sure. Dude.
There's always those videos of dudes with the syndrome coming in and just drilling threes in basketball games.
You are right about that. They are absolute glory hounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude.
What about the Da Vinci Code?
It reminded me. I was watching it last night, and that was like the very beginning of it. He's like shows Ku Klux Klan people, and he's like, "What do you think of this robe?" And everyone's like, "Racist." And he's like, "Actually, these are what the priests in Spain wear." Bam. Next slide. And I was like, "Shit, Hanks." He was saying some priests used to wear it. Like that was a holy gown.
Yeah, they still wear it.
Do they really?
I was just watching Anthony Bourdain in Spain episode. They do this like festival where literally everybody walks down the streets in Klan's robes.
What are they pumped on?
Some statue of like a saint. And then they go cut bulls' heads off. It's a good day.
Yeah, he busts out the swastika in the beginning. He's like, actually, this is a chill ass symbol too. He's like, you guys don't know shit.
I can't believe people are still flexing on that. Like,
with the swat?
Did you know that this wasn't just Nazi stuff?
Dude, so I watched Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Da Vinci Code is just it is stoner knowledge. The whole movie, dude. Anything that popped up, I'd be like, well, yeah. And Brittany's like, how do you know this stuff? I was like, got into the Constantine. Like
I got high in 5th grade.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I sniffed chalkboard cleaner when I was 10 with my boy. Did you ever huff?
No, I don't think I did.
I huffed. Only twice. I didn't huff. I
wasn't
think
I
a
ever got
huff-
high.
wasn't
I
a
would try to
huffer.
smell things. I was always a bit timid.
Yeah, I don't
I was
think
always like, I want to be cool and do drugs, but I was always very afraid of them.
I read about huffing in a library book and then tried it.
Until now. Now I fucking love drugs.
I was the opposite, bro. My rock star lifestyle ended at like 5th grade.
Yeah.
With like chalkboard cleaner. I don't think I even got high. I just got like nervous and dizzy and sick. And I was like, that book might be onto something about why these things are bad. I was worried about the huffer's rash. That's the thing you want to avoid.
They certainly are.
Because they would spray it in a paper bag and then you huff out of a bag. That's how you knew a huff had, dude.
Well,
you see the rash. See that rash? You know, that guy's, that's bad news. That guy huffs household cleaning products. Sucks nobody huffs anymore. That was an epidemic back in the day.
Yeah.
Just people, dude, sniffing gasoline, sniffing tanks. We got, on the way home, we're going to hit a truck stop. I'm going to introduce you guys to sniffing some tanks. Go right to a trucker's thing, uncrack it, fucking breathing that gasoline.
Get the hell out of here, you damn kids.
But it was tight. I got to flex on Brittany with like Christian, like Roman knowledge. Be like, well, yeah, dude, fucking Council of Nicaea. Dude, it was blowing her mind. How do you know this stuff? I was like,
Da Vinci Code's got you, for sure.
We're almost done. We're halfway through.
Oh, really? You guys pause the movie?
Yeah, dude, it's a 3-hour movie. Bedtime's 9 p.m. Yeah, Da Vinci Code's 3 fucking hours.
Damn.
Bedtime's 9 p.m. Strict.
You guys have strict lights out?
She does. I lay in bed and listen to audiobooks usually.
Under the covers audiobook?
No under the covers, dude. No under the covers. Dude, I had...
You don't want to head down there, dude.
I had, dude, crippling. Yeah. Did you ever have constipated diarrhea?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I never had...
I've had it all, bro.
Dude, I couldn't... It was the most insane thing. I was hiding them, and I was actually concealing them perfectly under the covers, and she would move, and fucking the air would escape. And dude, my farts per hour... I was probably doing 9 farts per hour. Like for 72 hours. I was like genuinely afraid. She caught me in the middle of me like switching my diet of being like, I'm just eating fucking chicken and broth. She's like, dude, you're constipated, relax. Your whole family does this. You guys go on some weird thing. Just wait.
Yeah.
Your butt will be fine.
Just go get some fiber gummies.
I should.
Munch them. You'll like that.
Well,
I've had those.
They're
They're
good.
so nice, dude. You just dump piles. You just drop horse piles for like a week.
I was off the oatmeal. I was on the oatmeal and everything was going well.
Pile City.
Yeah, I was on the oatmeal every day, and then I started eating. I have a couple things in my head that I ate that I'm kind of figuring out.
I was on oatmeal for a while.
Were you?
Yeah, dude. Pile City.
The piles come out nice.
Back in my poor days, it'd be beans and oatmeal. That was all the cheapest shit I could find.
Yeah, dude. I
Nothing
spent
but piles.
the whole night just waking up and just like farting loudly on the toilet and then coming back shamefully to bed. She's like, did you go to the bathroom? I'd be like, no.
She's
like, I thought I heard you. Like, that was just farts.
Oh, I do that. If that's what you mean, I do that constantly.
You really?
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, fuck, my stomach feels terrible. It feels like a dump. And then you go sit there and fart and just look at your phone.
But a little comes out.
Yeah.
I got a very little bit.
Like a snake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But I was feeling the waves of diarrhea. And
One
like,
thin
finally,
snake.
The sweet release, dude, is upon me. And it would just be like, and like a little snake. And I'd be like back to bed with the same old.
And you got to wipe with a definite dump in there.
Oh, dude, it was fucking horrible. I had like Jackson ass. Like it was like I had dog ass, dude. Dude, all weekend. And then it gets to the point where you're farting so much that they start bringing up medical shit. And you're like, all right, enough. I don't have fucked up butt stuff, dude. Let it go.
Yeah.
That was my whole weekend, just watching the Da Vinci Code a little bit at a time. Like trapping fucking farts under blankets for my dear life.
Yeah, I wonder what he munched that did that.
I ate a whole bag of yucca fries. So right now I was averaging like a carton of hummus a day. And I add like really spicy ghost pepper jerk seasoning to the hummus. Or like curry, some kind of thing. And then a bag of
do it.
I think, dude, I don't know.
Ghost pepper hummus daily?
Yeah.
Yeah, you must have been unleashing hell in those blankets.
It was wicked, dude.
Yeah.
But I think it all culminated. The bag of yucca fries was a pig out. I think the yucca fries got
I don't even know
stuck.
what those are. What are they?
Yucca is like kind of like a...
It's all fucking...
It's a root. It's
Dude,
like
just eat Doritos. Knock it off.
Yucca
Eat
fries?
crap, dude.
Dude, yucca fucking rules.
Enough of this mumbo jumbo.
I don't know what it was, dude. I've been doing the Da Vinci Code on everything I ate. Just like, I think it was the yucca fries.
Yes. What do you think of all these paintings now that you're big into the Da Vinci Code right now?
Hold on. I'm trying to get the best one. She's like, do you have a eidetic memory? He was like, not really, but I do remember stuff really well. I mean, dude, I just want to see the Mona Lisa, dude. Swap them, and she's right next to him.
Whoa.
You see that?
Yeah.
There's the wedge.
Yeah.
Feminine. That's the thing, dude. The feminine.
The V.
That's the holy grail, dude. The vagina.
Yes.
It's women.
That's how much I love pussy.
It's the Holy Grail.
It's the most important thing in
Jesus'
the world to
daughter.
me.
Fucking
Yeah, that's right. Jesus had a kid. Isn't that the
Mary
point of the
Magdalene.
movie? And that was the Holy Grail, was the child.
yep. Proof
Mm.
to relinquish the church's power.
And Da Vinci knew.
Da Vinci obviously fucking knew, dude.
He was around back then.
He
He
was
knew
part
all
of,
about this.
He was part of the
Knights Templar.
Scion, dude. No,
Yeah.
they're called like the some bullshit. But either way, yeah. So I'm watching Da Vinci.
I remember. You remember Da Vinci Code? I remember people protested that.
Yeah.
Catholic school was pissed about the Da Vinci Code.
I
They were
bet,
mad
dude.
about Harry Potter and the Da Vinci Code.
What's up with Harry Potter?
I don't know. They're witchcraft.
Dumbledore's gay.
They don't like
Oh,
witchcraft.
Yeah.
I remember my school was like, "You better not go see Harry Potter." We were all like, "Okay."
Yeah, you know what? I think my school was
Yeah.
kind of like weird about that.
That was
too.
cancel culture.
True.
That was back in the day.
That was back when Catholics held the power for
Yes.
cancel culture.
We got to get it back.
I don't think we're going to get it.
They got a slight win in Texas.
Exactly. If
They're
we
canceling
can,
abortion,
if we can
which
stop
is pretty
women,
serious.
Yeah, if we can stop women from aborting babies, we can grab the culture
Yeah.
and just control it again, dude. No more fucking making out, dude. Oh my god. Dude, remember? Did your mom get the thing? I used to talk about it. My mom would get the newsletter, the Catholic Standard and Times.
Oh no.
And
We
you
would
get-
we get just
Dude.
that fucking piece of paper they give you at the end of church.
Oh, my mom would
It's
get
like all
them-
their sponsors.
Oh yeah. It's like an HVAC
Like
company.
a gas station.
Yeah, my mom used to get the fucking newsletter. So any movie that came out, my mom would get like the Catholic yes or no on it, and it would be like teenagers holding hands, like warning, dude. If they rated like
All you could watch is
Euphoria?
VeggieTales. You can only watch VeggieTales.
VeggieTales,
That's the only thing you can
VeggieTales
watch.
rules.
Do you toss that on for your child yet?
Only when I'm in a hotel, because it like when you're in a hotel, you have to watch whatever's on. VeggieTales came on, we watched it.
That's nice.
She was a little young to take in the tail, but I'm like, this is fucking.
Yeah, you're gonna want to take this tail in.
You take that VeggieTale.
Take this VeggieTale.
But yeah, man, if my mom, if Euphoria had been filtered through the Catholic like leaflet on like
Dude.
what's okay to watch, it would have like incinerated it.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I
drug
had a
addict.
tough time. I had a tough time.
Euphoria.
Euphoria.
Gardini said he's been watching Sex with College.
The Secret Life of Sluts.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
College girls.
Mecky's in that.
it's I heard the Mexters.
Yeah.
It's evil, dude.
Why is it
Yeah.
evil?
It's just so many bad messages for kids.
What, kids should have a lot of sex?
Yeah, it's like,
And you don't want the girls having sex.
I don't want
You want the
girls
girls to
having
wait
sex.
for you.
yes, till they're
That's how
old
I
enough.
feel. I don't like girls being sluts. I want them to wait for me to come around.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's one of those things where it's like, there's a definitely a handful of women who can like go out and just have sex with hundreds of people and like start like painting in a warehouse and everything's fine. But for the majority of women, I think it kind of fucks them up
Yeah,
if
probably.
they have too many boyfriends.
Yeah.
I read a quote one time. I think I showed Brittany the quote to see if it was true or not. But she was like, the quote was basically every time a woman has sex with a man, like she kind of splits in half, and the more times it happens, it kind of fragments her personality.
Hmm.
Yeah, Brittany was
Interesting.
like, kind of, yeah. She's like, yeah, it's kind of true.
A lot of shattered women
Yeah,
from too much penises.
too many penises, too many boyfriends, dude.
Yeah.
Too many boyfriends. You can't have too many boyfriends, dude.
Why?
It's different. It's a whole different experience.
Too many boyfriends?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that must be hard for
penetrated?
women because you have to adopt their personality.
Exactly.
You got to start dressing and acting like them every time.
It gets confusing. If you have too many
Yeah.
boyfriends, you're like, I don't know what the hell to do. Do I like football? Do I not? I
Yeah.
can't tell. I've had too many penises inside of me.
Yeah.
I don't know what I like and don't like. Do I like this movie?
Yes.
They just take a democratic vote of all the people they've ever had. It turns into a democracy. Then it's the Senate.
Yes.
Once a girl has sex with like 7 people, then
Until they
it's
meet
like,
their Caesar.
It's true.
And then he's like, no more Senate, dude.
No more.
Would
dude.
you listen to me? And then eventually they stab you in the back and you die.
Pretty much, dude. Which this is
Here we go. Come on.
this is the topic du jour right now.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to almost the entire Will Smith biography this weekend.
Yeah.
So while I was farting, the whole time I was farting under my blankets, I was just listening to Will Smith's life, dude. It's fucking wild.
Why?
It's like a
He's having a weird fucking time, dude.
bro.
He needs to knock it off.
You gotta listen to this whole thing.
Isn't he a Scientologist now too? Or he's like adjacent, at least.
What's it, Jason?
Like adjacent to Scientology.
Well, he's questing. You gotta listen to his whole biography, but it's like
Okay. Well, I'm not.
you should.
I promise you,
I'm
I
telling
won't.
you should. You should listen to it.
Dude,
It's
I'm
good.
on Revolutions right now, dude. I'm falling asleep listening to the fucking Boston Tea
Dude,
Party.
I'm telling you, Will Smith, when you read it, it's like, because, he's just like a dude in a million movies who did a bunch of stuff, and then you heard like his wife cheated on him, and everyone just went like,
Yeah,
that was my reaction, being like, what? And it's being like, it's for some reason, it's funny too to watch a mega celebrity slide into almost being like ironic. He became a joke. Kind of, not to slam Big Willie, because now I feel connected after his autobiography. But like he went from like the best, like crushing, he like talks about it, blockbuster, record breaking shit where like he could not miss, and it caused problems in his family.
You know where he started to miss? Wiki Wow Wow.
No, dude. Even after that, he still fucking it still kept killing it. I Am Legend, dude.
No, of course. He still is. Everything he does is good. Except like Gemini Man stunk.
After Earth, dude.
After Earth.
So, dude, what happened was
but he just did King Richard, and it's phenomenal.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Again, Will Smith is fine.
Will Smith's a great actor.
Fantastic. He's a fantastic actor. It's when you listen to the book, he just lets it all out, dude. And it's like it's like you didn't know any of this stuff about him. Like, dude, like the whole thing, like, oh, what Fresh Prince? I was running with some bad guys. He was getting the shit kicked out of him, dude.
Yeah.
He was walking around Philly in cowboy boots.
They weren't just putting him on his shoulders and spinning him around.
That's a security guy, by the way.
Oh, really?
That's Charlie Mack.
Nice.
The guy who spins him is a security guy.
Nice.
But dude, he was apparently like, he was saying he was like, his dad would like beat the shit out of his mom. He was a compulsive liar too. There's a point later in the book where he like says a memory, then he's like, so he builds this whole thing up, and he's like, yeah, and I told my mom that story. He's like, that never happened. He's like 40 years old, but he would walk around in cowboy boots, and people would just trash him constantly. The first day he went to Overbook, someone hit him in the head with a combination lock.
Ooh.
They like beat the shit out of him, dude. And then he got like tied in with like when his music blew up, he was like broke when he was doing the Fresh Prince.
Really?
He was hanging out with like, what is it, Junior Black Mafia dudes?
Really?
Yeah, dude. He like, it's insane. He was like, he had a mansion. He got cuckolded early on in life as well by his like original girlfriend. And that like
he raised a child cuckolded or just got cheated on?
No, cheated on. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Oh, no. Jesus Christ. Just cheated on.
Okay.
But I think he uses the term cuckolded or something. He uses cuckolded.
That's
so, like,
weird.
He was crushing it, dude. He was like, music.
Wait, every time you get cheated on, you're being cucked?
I mean, that's like cucked light. Yeah, that's how you end up a cuckold, like a biological cuckold. But when you get cheated on, you've been cuckolded. He was like, in my young cuckolded mind. He said some kind of phrasing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And he was crushed. He was like traveling, touring, all this stuff, and all the dudes were getting pussy. And he was like, no pussy. He's a lover boy. He's like, I love my wife. I just want the perfect life. And then he came back and she just like, he was like a global sensation. She fucked a dude and like, she like sold clothes in a store. Fuck some light-skinned motherfucker, dude.
Of course.
Green-eyed, light-skinned motherfucker, dude. I heard that. I was like, wow.
It's always the light skins, dude.
That's what he said, basically.
Always fucking on chicks.
That's what he said. Some light-eyed motherfucker, green-eyed, light-skinned motherfucker, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude. It's the book. It's interesting to listen to, and it's co-written with Mark Manson, who's a subtle art of not giving a expletive.
Really?
So there's all these little things. It's like, it's read by Will Smith. There's a lot of like kind of like cheesy shit, kind of. But if you can just listen to it, it's very interesting. I couldn't put it down, dude. I couldn't take my earbuds out.
Nice.
He also admits to throwing up whenever he sees or smells pussy.
Well, no, it was because he got cuckolded.
Yeah. And
then
he's
he
allergic.
tried to just start getting. He's like, I'm gonna be a pussy machine. And he would like, he needs the love connection, dude. So he would be coming and just be like, ugh, and just get up and gag and like run away. Dude, there was one part in it that was possibly the most disturbing part because like
hear it.
He has a lot of insight into his younger childhood. You can tell he's working with therapists, and he's like, well, this was because of this, and you're listening to it like, oh, it's kind of insightful. And then as like the years go by, it's like newer stuff that hasn't been processed as fully. So he's talking about him and Jada's relationship, and at one point there's a story he tells that he's like, yeah, man, he's like, I'm a prankster, so I did this prank on Jada, and it's like, she doesn't think it was funny. I think it's the funniest thing ever. But like, I'll leave it to you guys to decide once and for all. And he's like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, here's what happened. And he was like, so me and Jada had been together for, I guess it was like a couple months. It was still fresh. And he was
Prince.
like, true. So she was going to meet his grandmother. And so he flew his grandmother out to California, LA, where he was living. And he has this thing where he like knows how long it takes for anyone to get to play. He like times people in his head. So he's like, it'll take her 47 minutes to get where she's from her house to my house. He's like, I'm going to put on a movie for my grandmother, a movie that she had like a very notorious sex scene in with another guy.
Where Jada did?
Jada did this movie apparently that was like a award-winning, like groundbreaking sex scene. It was groundbreaking in black cinema. So it was well known for all the actors and stuff. So he timed it to where he put the movie on with his grandmother, knowing that Jada would walk in the door right as that sex scene came on. And he was like, it's a prank. So she walks into her getting just like dog-balled on camera. And it was like a long movie. You know, movie sex is just like a guy get like thrust and comes immediately. This was like a fucking like ridiculous. What was that funny movie where they had like, they made fun of it? They did like a sex montage. And it was
MacGruber.
It was like real. Apparently, it's like real life. From the way he described it, it was like real life MacGruber.
You can't watch MacGruber with your lady.
They don't like it, huh?
Every time I've ever done that, we've had sex and I do that.
Oh,
I can't not do it. I can't watch MacGruber and then have sex because I'm gonna go. I'm about to fill you up. Oh yeah,
dude. So he puts it on, and she walks in and just goes like, "What the fuck?" And then like they sit there, the whole thing, but the grandmom's kind of going like this. And this is the weirdest part where he was like, babe. He's like, and this is him describing it. He's like, babe, it's perfect for us. This is perfect for us. This is a memory. This is the best. You're going to laugh. She's like, this isn't funny. This is fucked. She's like, no, babe. He like he'll do these things and be like, but it's perfect for us. This is a memory.
Yeah, he's just fucked up.
That's what
he's a famous person.
Yeah. But it was like that.
Famous people are fucked up.
Yeah, but that was the part of the book I was like, you know, and he's pretty hyper competitive, and it was like, are you sure you weren't punishing her for having that sex scene?
Definitely.
And but that was that for me, that was like the part of it where I was like, whoa, dude, that didn't get fully processed. He's like, anyway, I thought it was funny. She didn't. And it was like,
yeah,
dude,
that's not funny.
That's not a joke, dude.
Yeah.
But I will say he does lay it all out there.
I'd be so ticked off if my wife or girlfriend was in a movie and even kissed a guy. I'd be like,
bro,
all right, we're done.
He has to understand the broship is here. It's like, bro, we're with you. That sucks. Don't put that on for your grandmother and your baby.
Maybe I wouldn't let it go and I would constantly shame her myself.
I mean, dude, I hear it. It was just so funny to watch. And maybe he does think it's funny on some level, but I was watching it just like listening to I was at the gym listening to it and I just went like, oh man.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I'm like, that's really crazy. But, you know, still goat move. I'm sure she never did that shit ever
You
again.
better not be.
He's like the dog shoving the dog's nose and
You gotta speak into the mic.
Speaking of
why is
I'm
this?
sorry.
Why is this a weekly thing?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, don't be sorry. Fix it.
I am right now.
dude, if
what
Will were
is a
here,
dog
if Will
like?
were here,
He was just shoving. He was shoving her nose in it.
he did.
Yeah,
Like, look
you
what
have
you
to.
did.
That was that was a deep fucking it was a deep attack. Well, you know, ultimately though, oh dude, and then we watched the interview. So I'm just like I'm deep into Will Smith's mind the whole weekend. I'm just watching this shit being like it was interesting the fact that he was at the height, the pinnacle of an actor's career, pretty much, you know, as big as a person could get.
Yeah,
And he was like miserable as
Big
fuck.
Willie.
Because when he did After Earth, his family, he was just like, you know, on just go mode, go. You know, his family wasn't really too happy about it. And he was married to an actress who, that's a fucked up dynamic.
Yeah,
When somebody's like global sensation, she got so fucked up, she eventually started a heavy metal band.
she had what?
She started a heavy metal band.
She did.
Yeah, dude. Wicked Wisdom. Jada started heavy metal band. So he was
Wiki
like,
Wisdom. It is Wiki Wisdom. Wiki Wisdom.
not Wiki Wisdom. It was Wicked Wisdom.
What the fuck? Yeah, everybody always acted like she was some fucking superstar. It's like, no, she's not.
I mean, she was
She was in what? Set It Off, and that was it.
That was the movie that
Jada Pinkett?
Will Smith showed his grandma.
Oh, really?
Was
She
that the
had a
sex scene and Set It Off?
That's
Was it
the only
with-
movie
who was
she's
it
ever
with?
fucking
Queen
done.
Latifah?
Yeah, with Queen Latifah.
No, who was the sex scene with?
Oh, I don't know.
Was it really Set It Off, the sex scene?
Yeah, I was just looking it up.
Thank you, Noah. Damn, Noah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like
Dedicated Fox.
she was like an extra in The Matrix, the second one or
Well,
something.
dude,
He was supposed to be in The Matrix.
Will Smith?
Yeah, he
Who's
turned
gonna-
it down.
who's
He
gonna
was
play?
supposed to be fucking Keanu Reeves.
What?
Yes.
He turned it down?
He did.
Well, because he had a formula, because he knew what
He turned down one of them. It was The Matrix. Yeah, he turned down The Matrix to do Wiki Wild Wild. Yeah. Yep.
But he still got
He
the
also
record sales.
turned down Django.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, he has a formula for movies where you need to have creatures, a love story, and special effects. Those are the things that sell, ultimately. That was initially he did that. MIBs, Independence Day.
He loves aliens.
That was his manager read like 500 scripts and was like, this is the formula for blockbusters. Special effects, creatures, and a love story.
He still picked Wiki Wild over The Matrix.
There were some creatures.
There was a big spider. There's a big mechanical spider and a handicap man. That counts. That counts as a creature.
True. Yeah, they had a Dr. Robotnik, didn't they?
They did.
As the fucking villain.
Pure Robotnik. That movie, I was pumped on that movie.
A movie fucking ruled.
Everything-
He was
everything
right
he
on
did.
that. Artistically, he was right on
Everything
Wiki
he
Wild.
did, I was, as a young man, I was
Dude,
pumped on.
Wiki
MIBs,
Wild-
dude, when you put out a song for it,
That was part of his
MIBs
marketing.
and Wiki Wild Wild was like,
Yeah.
those were good songs.
That was part of his marketing, dude.
They still hold up.
Yeah, man. That was part of-
Come the Men in Black.
It's stuck in your head. It's a marketing, dude. He's a marketing genius. But yeah, he would go do movies like that, and then he would cut a track, and then that would get more press and all that stuff. Dude, it was the weirdest part is when because there was a whole thing of like within the acting realm, like he's at a party basically, and it's like, damn, Jamie Foxx must have felt like a loser in front of Will Smith, and it goes into a lot of that kind of psychology. How it's like there's actors and there's superstars.
Yeah.
You could have been in like all these movies, and you're just like, yeah, guy's kind of a fucking nobody. It was like, dude, it was fucking crazy. But so he got to the peak of the mountain. His family started disintegrating because his just because of like the crazy work schedule, all this other stuff. So he was like, all right, his Willow got in to whip my hair back and forth. She quit halfway through tour. She was like, all right, I'm done. He was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? No, you can't be done. But she quit. And then Jaden wanted to be in a movie. So he was like, I'm going to heal my family. We're going to do a movie together. And it was After Earth. And it fucking flopped. And then he had to sit there and watch everyone tear his son apart. Like, this guy's a fucking hack, loser.
Yeah, but then
His
Jaden
dad-
came out with Icon.
What was Icon?
It's a great song.
True.
I met him once in California.
You met Jaden
I
Smith?
met Jaden.
Did
He
you
was
really?
at the wing spot. I was getting buffalo wings, and he was there with his posse. And I was eating buffalo wings, and I just screamed Jaden, and he turned around and gave me one of these, and then looked away.
Sweet.
You screamed Jaden?
I was eating a buffalo wing, and I was like, Jaden, Jaden. I had like buffalo wing falling out of my mouth.
Jaden. Eating wings.
Yeah, I met Jaden.
That's what's
nice.
up.
Yeah, he was cool. And Icon's a bop.
It is a bop.
Hair back and forth. They played it
It's a
during
good
the
song.
audiobook. I was like, this song
Yeah.
did
It's
rule.
also a bop.
Song did rule. Yeah, Jay-Z was in that deal apparently too. I think Jay-Z was like managing Willow, and then Willow just cut all of her hair off. I was like, I'm done. I don't want
Nice.
to tour.
Women can just shut shit down.
Oh,
Be
dude.
like, I'm just going to shave my head. And everyone's like, ew. Yeah, we don't want to.
But it was cool. But to answer your question, he does eventually get into kind of like meditation and stuff because he was
Yeah.
way against it. He was like, stuff's fucking weird. He was a very like binary. I'm just gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. And then his family started to deteriorate. And then he did After Earth, and it deteriorated even further.
Damn, After Earth must
And
have
then
been really
August
bad. Huh?
Alsina came in.
Who's that? Oh, that's the guy who fucked his lady.
Here's the other thing too, though. Honestly, I think he got cucked for all of us, dude. Because it's like if he can get cucked, you can't feel bad.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you can do.
He got cocked for our sins.
He got cucked for us, dude. Because if you get cucked, it's like, yeah, well, Will Smith got cucked. You can't do any more
Yeah.
than that.
Turns out, I think, what's going on with Nancy Reagan?
I don't know.
Did she cuck, Rob?
All I've seen is she was just great at sucking dick.
What?
That's kind of the vibe I'm getting is Nancy Reagan was sucking dick as a young movie, as a starlet.
Yeah, I think there's like.
Oh, wait, was she a starlet?
Of Hollywood, yeah.
Ronald was a star, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
they were
Ronald
both
was a star. I
stars.
don't think Nancy was.
Wiped her up. She was just around Hollywood.
Yeah.
Sucking dick and stuff.
What?
And Ronald wiped her up. Grabbed her, someone to make you the first lady.
Ooh.
He-
Also, but that was back when
That's
like
when he saved
nobody
her.
sucked dick though. So if you were sucking dick back then, you were a fucking attraction.
Yeah.
I used to work for like a 75-year-old dude, and he would be like, dude, like out of like 15 of your boys, maybe 2 of you would get hand
Yeah.
jobs in high school. He's
There
like,
was,
you had to find like a fucked up girl to give hand jobs.
It was in one of those. I forget what it was in. Somebody was like, "Can you do it like the French girls?" It was dudes who had like served overseas.
Oh,
That's when the BJ came our way.
oh,
After they all got their dick sucked in World
Merci,
War II,
dude.
and then they came home and were like, "You ever, you want to use your mouth on my penis?" And they're like, "What?" And it's like, "I've heard about it." Got his
Yeah, you
dick
de-
sucked,
visited
liberating
Boston.
fucking Amsterdam.
God, dude, that must have been nuts.
Getting
Like-
head when you liberate a city from the Nazis.
Yeah, or just
Yeah.
knowing about being like, what? There's head? Dude, I'm telling you, that was like an unspeakable act back then. You had to
It
get
still is. It's shameful.
true, unless you're married. Even if you're married, it's like just for a warm up. It's just there to kind of grease the
It's a
wheels
primer.
of like marriage induced erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
That's it, dude.
I got one for you. I was listening to that Revolutions podcast. This is just one story you'll like.
Yeah.
When the colonists were starting to while out a little bit,
Mhm.
England called Ben Franklin. They were like, dude, he was the guy in America. Ben Franklin was like the most respected dude. He had to go in front of Parliament to speak to them about like, we got to figure this out. And all they did was just destroy him. Like their goal was to like, ruin his character so that America didn't have like a guy to speak for them. So they brought Ben Franklin over to England, motherfucked him for like 2 straight hours. He didn't say a word. He just sat there silently. He was like, all right, see ya. Went back to the colonies, was like, we're going to war. That's kind of how it started. Because he was like on the fence. Ben Franklin was a little bit on the fence
And they
about it.
motherfucked him.
And they brought him over to try to make fun of him. It was kind of like Obama talking to
Dude.
Trump at the correspondence dinner.
Oh,
Franklin just sat there like, okay.
You probably could
See you
roast
later.
Franklin so hard.
Yeah.
Too. In fact, those dudes roasting him probably.
Getting roasted by dudes in robes and wigs. And then just being like, all right, see you guys. Crossing the Atlantic, being like, boys, it's time.
Dude, they were probably over there like, you're a portly fellow. And
Yeah.
you're just like, all right, motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, I'm going to kill you guys.
We'll see about that.
We'll see how fucking portly I am when I have a country.
Damn, dude. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
It is funny how that stuff plays into it.
Yeah, just
Like, no, we should avoid
dudes'
war.
egos.
Someone's like, bitch. And he's like,
well,
well,
I guess thousands of men will die. Okay. Yeah.
look at his fat ass in those
Yeah.
pants. It's like, those glasses seem very gay. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I invented these. And they're not gay. I invented them. Yeah, they
Oh, my God.
I always feel shame for the Pennsylvanian Dickinson.
What's that?
He was a bit of a, Dickinson College and all that. Him and Franklin were the Pennsylvania boys.
Nice.
And Dickinson was very against. He didn't think America could win.
He's a Tory.
He was but I don't know. He helped. I think it was Jefferson write. They wrote 2 things. One of them was like, we're going to stay with England. One of them was, we're going to war.
Nice.
And Dickinson and Jefferson wrote both of them. And Dickinson helped to like make sure he didn't look like a bitch. Like when Jefferson was writing, "This is why we're becoming independent," he was hype manning him a little.
That's sick.
He was like, "Yeah, we are independent," but then he was like, "Guys, for real, we shouldn't do this. We can't do this. We're gonna get killed."
Imagine how scary that was.
Yeah, they were all gonna get beheaded.
True, yeah.
At one of the congresses, they got a letter from the king that was like, "You guys can stop this now, or we're gonna kill all of you. Just so you know."
Wow.
And they were all like, "Shit."
Was that the invention of guerrilla warfare?
There was some of that, yeah.
Were they still doing like shoulder to shoulder?
Yeah, they were. And there was guys like the Swamp Fox, basically what the movie The Patriots based off of.
Swag.
This guy named Swamp Fox down in South Carolina. He was hitting with that.
Really?
Yeah, but
Boone
guerrilla
style. He was Boone style.
guerrilla's Spanish
Okay.
for little war.
When did the Revolutionary War start? Like, because didn't they learn from Native Americans how to like hide behind trees and like kind of
Some of that stuff.
sneak attack?
Yeah.
Because in Europe they were still doing like
Yeah.
battle bots basically.
They were doing battle bots because it was like wars were smaller.
Yeah.
It wasn't like total war. And it was like gentlemanly. Like they
Yeah.
would like surrender forts and be like, "Yes, this is yours now. Thank you."
It was paint. They were paintballing.
Yeah, they were paintballing. And then, the Americans did get a little wild.
They started.
They started guerrilla warfare a little.
That's
But that was all from the French and Indian War. So yeah,
okay.
it was all dudes that were veterans from that.
Because France came down. We're like, yo, we'll help you guys. out.
France teamed up with the Indians and started doing some nasty stuff.
Yeah, they did have some.
Yeah, they would cut everyone's fucking heads off.
Yeah, dude.
The
France
dirty
is
frogs.
nasty.
The
France
frogs would sit back and be like, "Dude, what's going on?" And the Indians were like, "We got this." And start skinning people, and they'd be like, "Oh, Jean-Claude Bleu, no, don't cut his skin off."
Yeah, I was reading that book when you called me. I was reading Indian Boyhood.
Oh, that's
I
right.
didn't get too far into it, but it's about a dude who grew up as they were being, it was a Sioux, as they were being like chased. Dudes would come through their camps and like they'd be chilling in like a spot. Like, all right, we got some buffaloes, and dudes would come through and start murdering them.
Yeah.
You'd be sitting there and they would just get attacked and they'd have to get out of there. And then there would be like inter-Indian beef. Dude, the fucking accidents that occurred in these things were so fucking funny.
Like what?
Like they were just like, at one point they were like trying to get, they dedicated like a few months to just like hacking up trees and making maple syrup. And at one point, like the young boys were supposed to sit there and watch the embers. And like there was like a superstition if like somebody wasn't watching the fire. I mean, it makes sense. Something bad could happen. But at one point they came out. Somebody screamed or something.
Where were
happened.
they? Like Minnesota?
Yeah, they're right around. Yep, they're right around
Yeah.
Minnesota, crossed into BC when things would get hot and come back down. But at one point, like the ant just like accidentally chopped off some lady's fingers. They're like, because they're hacking up bark, and she's like chopped off some lady's fingers, and the lady was screaming. They came away from the fire, and the ant was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get back over there!
Yeah.
You're about to fucking bring us bad luck."
Like you already did that.
And there was a part where, so like they were chilling in their teepee at one point, and dude, like, it just got like lit. 'Cause some of the Indians started getting guns and shit too.
Yeah.
So the one guy was like, he was trying to hunt some buffs, or he was trying to hunt a deer, and because they would like post up near a herd of buffalo.
Yeah.
And that was, you were good for months. But some guy took a gun and tried to shoot a deer, and all the buffalo just like dispersed. So like back then, the Indians would come, they would kill you for that because like you know, people are gonna starve to death. So then they came up and they fucking just like littered up this dude's tent. They got gats and they just they would go to your teepee and just be like, bah, 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 start shooting arrows. And so you had to like get away from that. You were just getting attacked constantly. And then when you were little, they'd put you on dogs. So they were like dog sleds.
Yeah.
So, but every now and again, the dogs weren't like horses. Like the dogs would just kind of, like when you were a little kid, your dogs would just be like, it was the summer, they would veer into rivers. So the dogs would just get bored and just jump into a river, and your kids would be in there. It's like, dude, he was like a couple times I ended up in the river.
Yeah.
So the dogs would just be like, fuck it, dude, let's play.
Yeah.
pretty sick.
They only had dogs for a long time.
Yeah, man.
Which is very funny.
And they didn't fully train them. So like you'd be on the thing with your little sister, and your sled would just go right into a river.
Yeah, dog would catch the zoomies.
Yeah, it was really funny to read. But it's about that, how like, you know,
The doggos, the puppers would the pupperinis would catch the zoomies.
dude, imagine really depending on a dog like that. I can't. My dude, Jackson shits. If I give him 2 hours time, he will shit and piss in my basement, and it infuriates me. And there's nothing you can do. Like I've tried reasoning with him, rewarding him, putting his face in it. I'd be like, dude, this is just a memory, bro. This is good for us. Yeah, man, you can't. That's tough to actually like survival wise rely on dogs.
Yeah.
But
of course.
yeah, it was funny thinking about like 2-year-olds just getting dragged into a river by a dog.
Yeah, that's fun.
You know, they're all right.
That's a good laugh.
That's a fun time.
Yeah.
It's a fond memory.
Probably
Yeah,
into the like Mississippi. Isn't that crazy? It goes up there.
I didn't know the Mississippi goes. There's another
I think
river.
that's what splits Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Is there a Minnesota river or something?
Probably.
There's one river they went through that was apparently, they were saying it's the toughest river. The dude's grandmother, this lady was like 65, swam across it. Because they would make like shitty rafts. And she was like, nah, fuck that. And this lady just swam, crossed it twice. Pretty nasty.
Nice.
Apparently people were so wildly in shape back. Like you'd walk like 40 miles and be like, nah. So.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but he was
Not
saying.
a walking, dude.
He lost it all. He was like, dude, now it's like.
Now he's
right.
a soft bitch.
Soft
writing
bitch.
books.
He had Indian Boyhood, but he was like, it was tight. But he was talking about the lacrosse games. They were sick.
Yeah.
Big dust ups, dude.
Dust ups during the lax games?
It was, yeah, the fuck, it was like, they'd be playing like literally, he's like, you couldn't see. It would get so dusty.
Oh, you meant a
couldn't-
literal
dust up. And he said just one dude would break from the dust cloud and like score, and they'd be like, yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, his name was basically like loser.
Yeah. We talked about that in the Indian names weren't like as cool as you think they were. It was all like dog boner.
Yeah, his mom died in childbirth.
Yeah.
And so they named him like unfortunate loser. Like it was like that was his name. And luckily his mother-in-law got a hold of him because his mom's mom, no, his dad's mom wanted to just like, she was like, I'll hold him. I'm not feeding him because obviously this dude's a bad omen. I'll let him just die and I'll throw him away. But the mom's mom was like, no, I'll raise him.
Yeah, they gave you nicknames like Rucker Park.
Yeah.
You had to like do something, and then you get a nickname.
That's
your
the thing.
nickname would be like, if you fucked up, your nickname would be like shit his pants.
Yeah, and they had to redeem. So
Yeah.
I didn't get to the part where he redeemed himself, but like another kid with a shitty name got like named winner after like his tribe won the lacrosse game. Like, we'll name you winner. So it was like sick.
That's a victory.
Yeah, it was dude. That's high stakes, dude.
Yeah, your actual name.
Yeah. Pussy bitch. Your name was Pussy Bitch Loser. It's like, well, if your uncle wins this lacrosse game, you'll be supreme champion from now on. You got to go to girls like, what's your name? Be like, can't get my dick hard. Poor loser.
Fart ball
Gay.
Nice.
I suck penises without money.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just-
What, the Native American culture? Of
For the Native American
naming your
culture, I
kids,
suck penises.
penis without money.
That no money, uncle suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking sick. They had bad names. Dude, your mom dies of childbirth, and they're like, your name's Dork,
Yeah.
bitch.
Your mom's dead.
So yeah, but you only eat 2 meals a day. If you're a strict Indian warrior, 2 meals. That's it.
Yeah.
We were trying, dude. Fucking Noah is being a glutton on the way up.
Why? What was he
We had a big 7
gluttoning
deadly
on?
sin talk, dude.
What? You guys hit him with your glutton?
He was being a glutton, dude.
What did he do?
Okay, Noah, what was your lunch? Actually, I'll tell you because he's off mic. He had a hot dog.
That's gluttonous. You can't even eat
He
hot
had a hot
dogs.
dog for
Wait
fun.
to hear the main course. That's
Yo, you eat
appetizer.
hot dogs for
No,
fun?
I didn't even have one.
Well, that's what he was saying. He eats for fuel.
I was fuel.
He had a turkey
No, it
and
was
cheese.
You
glutton.
fueled on a hot dog
He
at
had-
night
No.
the other time and got sick.
He-
Yes.
He was being envious and trying to call him.
No,
He was being envious.
No.
Being envious and just calling him
That's
out.
not-
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, he was
No,
eating
no,
fuel.
no,
He had a
no.
turkey and cheese, dude.
I was
So we-
fuel. You were glutton. And now you're
Brisket.
fraud too.
You're envy.
You're fraud.
You're envy.
Wait, fraud?
You're rat.
He's fraud? I don't think.
No.
You're wrath and greed, dude.
No, no.
Wait, why would you envy? You envied his
I didn't
treats?
envy. I needed fuel.
He's trying to put wrath on me.
He
No,
envied his.
no.
his wait,
He had
hold
a
on.
brisket.
You had a brisket and a hot dog?
Sandwich and a hot dog.
Brisket sandwich and a hot dog.
The hot dog's crazy.
It was appetizer.
Oh, no.
Appetizer.
Delicious.
Where'd you get the brisket sandwich?
Wow.
Yeah, right from the same place. You had a Cliff Bar.
True
and a
gluttony
turkey
is
cheese.
if you took a bite of the hot dog while in line.
I wanted to, I did not.
Oh, thank God, dude.
But-
well, you stood your ground, dude. They were envious.
No,
That's
he got
envy.
he got
No,
got the
turned
hot
car
dog. He
to a
ordered the
cookout.
brisket and then saw fresh dogs come out and went,
Put the fresh
"Ooh,
dogs out, and I was like, fresh dog.
you had a fresh dog as a snack. You ate a dog
You
right
eat a
before
fresh dog at Wawa.
Oh, it was nice.
That's terrible,
It was
dude.
nice, dude. It was so nice.
Well, the only reason we went
I
down
hate
this
hot
road
dogs,
is
dude.
because they were out of sizzles.
Yeah, I hate hot dogs.
No, hot dogs are good.
That's
They had
you
no
got to start.
sizzles.
You did cowardice.
No.
You got to go demand a fresh sizz, dude.
Yeah, I should have.
And when the roller's out of Sizzlies, if you go to the back and say, "Can I get a fresh sizz?" they will make it.
Coward isn't one of the 7 deadly, though.
It's
What'd you say?
it's close.
It's close.
I'm 3 for 7.
7 on the 7 deadly
No,
sins,
I'm not.
bro.
I didn't have any sin.
You were envious of the hot dog brisket.
I was not envious. I
You
was
were just being
perfectly
mean.
fine
He was
with my
eating
You were
fuel.
turkey.
just wrath.
Dude.
That was wrath.
No, he had
No,
a
no.
he had a lean. He had fuel for sure, dude.
I had fuel.
Turkey and cheese.
He is short.
Turkey and cheese
What
sandwich.
size is your sandwich?
Shorty?
Mm,
Yeah, shorty.
no, I eat
That's a
for
classic.
fuel.
I think
you
that was
eat
a
for
classic.
fun, dude.
Damn, dude. You really raining down on. Why is he being mean to you?
I don't know.
It was fun discussing the 7
That's
deadly.
what, no, look.
7 deadlies.
People are going to get jealous. When you eat like a king, the peasants sit out there and say, why don't we get all those treats? And you say, quiet down, rabble. And then you say, we'll see how portly I am. You guys want to make fun of me on the internet? We'll see how fucking portly I am.
It was funny. The distinction, the gluttony fuel distinction, is very nice.
It
Is
is.
this fuel or is this gluttony? Dude, a turkey cheese,
That's
lean
fuel.
turkey cheese fuel.
That's nice.
That's dry. They messed
Fuel.
up his order. They didn't respect him. They messed up his order.
That's the one problem about eating for fuel is no one respects it.
Dude,
You come in and you're like, I'd like some almonds and a turkey sandwich. People are like,
I
fag.
said, brisket, hot
Like, why don't you get a
dog,
hot? You came in, were eating brisket with hot peppers and a hot dog. They were
True.
like, damn, get out of this guy's way. This guy doesn't care. That's a dangerous man.
I ordered a peach iced tea. They didn't have it.
Yeah,
Dude.
no,
Okay.
no drinks in the Wawa.
oh, supply chain.
Issues.
Yeah, supply chain.
Ah, the supply chain's
Supply
ruining
chain.
everything.
Killing
Yo,
it, dude.
They had diet iced teas only,
That's it.
and like
supply chain got hit in.
Gatorade.
Well, they're trying to cure COVID. That's probably a nationwide response. Like, just the diet iced teas, guys. We can't have more people croaking. From the Omicron, bro?
Yeah, you don't want that.
Supply chain got hit a little in Kentucky.
What
You
happened?
see that? The tornadoes. Did you
Yeah.
see all those tornadoes?
I heard about them.
dude.
There was a
Yeah, I think they're up to like 100.
They're like 100. They hit a fucking
100.
They hit a candle factory.
They hit a fucking Amazon factory too. There goes
What?
our fucking
Is that why I haven't
Christmas
gotten
treats.
my socks?
Yeah.
My socks are supposed to be here Saturday, dude. It's
Well,
not Monday.
Kentucky Amazon got hit with a tornado. Now we can't have treats
Truly a
and,
misfortune.
and toys for the boys and girls for Christmas.
Even
Those
if
tornadoes,
you have Amazon Prime,
perhaps they'll go through the rubble. They'll go through the rubble for the Prime members. They'll move the bodies out of the way together. Be like, we got to get these socks to Matt McCusker.
he's crew cut because everyone made fun of his long socks. I didn't know there was anything between ankle and like up to your knees.
Yeah, the knees.
I was
is
all
tough.
or nothing. Now they have them where they're like up to here.
That's what all the cool people wear.
Now I know. I
The
didn't know that
mids.
existed.
Yeah,
I ordered them, and now this goddamn tornado, dude.
these tornadoes, dude. I was watching the videos of the tornado at night. They were nighttime naders. They're so scary.
Very scary.
The lightning would flash, and then you'd see it in the distance. It'd be very spooky. And then all the lights went out while the guy was filming.
Oh
And
man!
you could hear just women screaming everywhere.
Yikes! They had the vids.
Yeah, this guy was filming it.
Who was filming it?
Some guy. I don't know. Some guy from Kentucky, down Kentucky way. In Kentucky.
Kentuckians, dude. That might have been the worst thing Kentuckians dealt with in terms of tornadoes for like a while.
Yeah.
Also, I was gasping because I saw Gardini socks, and it's like, bro, I actually think I like the knee highs. I'm more of a vato, bro.
You are a bit of a
I'm more
bato
of a
fool.
vato, bro. I'm more of a foo going wild.
You
dude.
are a fool.
I'm a foo.
Yeah, women scream. So this guy's filming. He's out by like a pool. He's in like an apartment complex.
Yeah.
He's filming. It's scary. You can see.
Oh,
the
he's
tornado.
filming the tornado.
He's filming. Yeah, and the,
Gotcha.
the tornado's hitting like power lines and shit. So it's just constant explosions in the distance, and then all the lights go out, and you just hear women in every apartment like, ah! It's like that's not helping.
No, not
Women
at
need
all.
to stop screaming
Not at all.
during crazy events.
Unless
I think it's like an animalistic thing because it does
True.
alert you. It does make you
it
scared.
does for sure.
You know,
The only
it's
time
dog brains. It's dogs barking when something's happening, and they're just like rah, ah.
the only acceptable vocal outbreak is during the Da Vinci Code when that blonde hair guy
You
fucking
gasped.
grabs Tom Hanks, dude. I was watching last night. I went, huh? When he snatched Tom when
Yeah.
in that British guy's house, dude, I literally went, huh?
Dude, last night
Startled the shit out of him.
I came home late. Got home. Uber took fucking 9 hours. And then I finally get home. Cross country flight. Long day. I get home. I put on a nice compilation. Tommy's sitting here bombed, drinking whiskey.
It's like, what time
And I
is
was
it, midnight?
I got home at like 1.
Ooh.
Put on a nice compilation. But it was one of those where like somebody foul tipped a baseball and it flew at the screen. And Tommy was hammering. He went. It's
That's
so
train-
funny.
that's baseball training.
It's so funny.
Damn, he was in the bat. He was in the strike zone,
And you
dude.
just yeah, you gasp during shows and movies, and it's very funny.
Bro, that one got
There's
me
a plot,
good.
any plot twist, Matt will go.
I got scared. I actually got.
Yeah, you
The
got
guy
spooked.
came out and I went, oh.
How do you feel about scary movies? Do you get spooked?
Yeah, dude.
Really?
I get startled. I used
Yeah.
to get like for days afterwards, genuinely spooked and like.
Yeah, I remember that. I used
kinda
to
like,
do that too.
eh.
I'd be like afraid of whatever movie that was.
Now
I don't have that.
Yeah, I'm not too scared of demons and whatnot now, but it's like I go into the full darkness of my basement now, and I'm just fully just kind of
Basements are scary.
like, dude, it's scary as hell.
Yeah.
I told you what I did embarrassingly not that long ago. I would sit down my basement and just conquer the fear and sit in the darkness
Oh,
and
nice.
just fucking just not be freaked out.
Mm.
So I still am a little speedy if I fucking get out of there, but yeah, I like made myself sit in the darkness because you can't be scared of the dark when you're 35.
No, you can't.
I was genuinely it was my new house. That's how recent it was. I'd go down there and
New
be like,
houses, yeah, that's scary too.
terrifying, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now I'm pretty
You
good.
got to bear crawl up the steps.
Yeah, you got
So I used to do it at my parents'
scuttle
house.
up them. You got to scuttle up them.
Dog run up the steps. All fours. Get out of there before
Now
a
I-
ghost comes out of the back room.
When I go now, if I'm
Or
in
the
darkness now,
boogeyman. Who's the boogeyman? You tell me. Ask the Pope. What?
what? I'm talking about the
I'm
darkness,
scared of the
dude.
boogeyman.
Dude, when I'm in the darkness now, it used to be I get kind of like scared. Not scared, but like, oh man, a demon could get me right now. Now I when I can't see anything, it's pure darkness. I go in pure spirit realm where I'm just kind of like, yes,
Oh, okay.
that's fucking
flip it.
yes, flip it
Flip it on the demons. Be like, this is actually, I like this.
pretty much.
I'm not
exactly.
afraid of you guys. I'm
Pretty
having
much.
fun.
Oh, I basically blind them with light. When I'm in, like, if I'm like walking from like My stairway, Christmas lights kind of help. It's like my whole stairway's lit up now.
That's nice. Oh, you have Christmas lights on?
Dude, right now I do, yeah.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
like before that, when
You
it's
have Christmas lights on the railings? That's the nicest.
I put them up
I love it
against
so much.
protest. I fucking round them all the way down the railing.
Who protested this?
Brittany was like, she was like, we only need one more pack of lights. I got 3.
Yeah.
Got
You hit the
fucking
3 piece.
I got fucking 3. It was $30. I don't care.
What
But
the
like,
heck is $30?
I wrapped them all up the railing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty sick.
That's my parents do that. Makes me feel like I'm at home, dude.
The one thing about Christmas lights,
Reminds me of home and being a young boy.
it is nice. But if you're having maybe a disagreement with your babe and you
Fighting
start going
around
like,
Christmas lights?
dude, when you fight, they can turn in from like a very cheerful thing to like an intensely mentally sinister.
Yeah,
Like, when
I
you're
bet.
like bummed around a lit
This
up
isn't
Christmas
my
tree.
home.
Yeah, when you get bummed around a Christmas tree and you're just like looking at it, kind of sad, like that can be tough. But obviously, you have to just get in the spirit of Christmas.
I know I've
Wait.
told this story before, but
What?
one time my dad kicked my sister and she rolled under the tree and it fell. I think Phil had a couple drinks and he came home.
Kicked
It was Phil
sis.
on the loose, dude. Every once in a while, Phil would come home from the nights or something. It'd be Phil on the loose. You got to just get out, dude. Because he wasn't doing it. He wasn't actually hitting you. He was like, I'm going to get you. Like, would
Okay,
run.
yeah.
It was very fun.
So it wasn't an angry kick.
No, but every once in a while, he would catch you and actually be like, you don't run. Like, hit you. Be like, what the fuck?
He was teaching lessons.
He came home to teach some lessons. He DUI'd from the nights to be like, I got to toughen these kids up. I got to teach them a lesson.
Yeah, for sure.
And I remember we were laying in the living room watching TV and he kicked my sister and she like rolled in. She like exaggerated the roll, but she rolled and hit the tree. And
What was the lesson?
The tree fell. The lesson was probably something like, turn this off. I'm watching something. Somebody probably mouthed off and was like, no, we're going to keep watching it.
God, that's so fucking funny.
But yeah, seeing a domestic take down a Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that'll take out the fucking Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
But then you
ruins
get to
the
do the
joy.
whole rebuild of like, come on,
Yeah,
guys.
you know what?
Let's pick this thing back
Sorry.
up together.
Yeah, which is exactly what the dad does. Come on, everybody. This is a nice moment for us. I can turn this thing around.
Guys,
Sorry.
this is perfect for us. This will be laughing in
Yes,
30 years.
we're going to laugh about this.
It's a joke. I was pranking
It's
you
a
guys.
funny prank. I got fucked up as a prank
It
and
has
came
nothing-
home and
it
kicked
has-
you.
It has nothing to do with my inability to handle my own emotions,
Yeah.
dude. This is a joke. It's a prank.
It has nothing to do with the fucking Irish not hitting the over.
Was he not right?
It has nothing to do with me being a bookie.
Losing a G that I
It'd always
needed.
be like, wait, why is dad mad? It's like, oh yeah, it's Sunday
Yeah, I
and
didn't,
he's a bookie.
I didn't realize that till college when my uncles would like spaz on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm like,
I didn't know
you
they like the Chiefs.
Eagles and the Chiefs that much? Like, yeah,
Yeah. Well, you know what? Where are we at time-wise on this thing?
about an hour.
53.
Hey, you know what?
Perfect.
That's about right.
Do a little short guy.
Yeah, we'll get a little short guy. In fact, we might even
Get the
Patreon
pitch.
this one. Who knows?
You think so?
We'll see.
Who knows,
We'll see.
Who
We can
knows?
do whatever we want, dude.
dude? This is true.
We're big.
Let's do the.
We're big as hell now.
We are, dude. This is huge. Although
We're adult men.
none of them. That's true. Dude, I could literally do whatever. I could go home right now and just change the whole dynamic of my house.
You can go home and attack your family,
I could.
or you can go home and be very nice to them. It's up to you.
I might do a little sweet and sour. I might be like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" Just like beat the fuck out of the dog.
Yeah.
I had an uncle who used to like, I swear to God, kick his dog almost every single time he came inside from work. As
Ooh.
soon as he came in, he would look. If the dog was in the kitchen, he would fucking as hard as he could beat the shit out of it.
That's
Kick
really
the dog
terrible.
as hard as hell.
That's bad.
This is back in the day, dude.
I know,
It
but
was
that's bad.
totally acceptable
Yeah.
to just beat the fuck out of your dog. It was a full boot. It'd be like, boom, and just
Yeah.
walk in and be like, "What's up, gang? I'm back." It's a full fucking kid.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
It's me.
everybody. Did you all do your homework?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty nice.
At least he wasn't a glutton, though. Kicking your dog.
He might have been a glutton.
Yeah, McCuskers are sadly gluttons, dude. I've been fighting my food demons for a long time. It's probably why I have constipated diarrhea.
Could be. Gluttony.
Let's see here. Oh god, we'll get into this in the next one. I just busted up my browser. Very nice topic about the
Nice.
Penn women's swimming team. Bit of drama going on.
Ooh, I like some swim team stuff.
Little bit of drama.
I don't like this one.
little
I'm not
bit-
going to like this one. All right, well, we'll see on the next episode of Matt and Shane's Secret
Fuck,
Podcast.
where's my goddamn?
Is it on the Patreon? Is it on the regular one?
Who knows, dude? Who knows?
We'll see whichever one we like better.
Also, guys, let's talk. Let's stop fucking around and talk business.
All right, man.
Sounds good.
January 7th, January 7th and 8th. Come to St. Louis, please come. It'll be so.
Don't go to that.
It's
Come
already-
to me.
it's already-
Headlining Caroline's
it's
on
already a
Broadway
small-
in New York City.
True, that'd be sick if you flew from St. Louis. It's a small room, so if it's not full, I mean, I would.
People in the St. Louis
I would
market.
live.
You've always wanted to come to New York. Why not do that on the 6th, 7th, and 8th of January? Fly to New York City and see me on Caroline's on
Guys,
Broadway.
flights are very expensive right now, and the supply chain. You can't drink on domestic flights either. So I would.
Yeah, you can.
There. Not in a lot of them. You can't. American Airlines. If you're in first class, oh yeah, probably lost touch, guys. You only drink on first class. January
Guys,
7th and
it's
8th.
time for you to spend a little. It's the holiday season. Women that your boyfriends like the show. They're gonna want to come see me do stand up live in New York City.
Shane
You take
Shane
them to
called
the
you
Big
guys.
Apple.
Shane said you guys were barking in tornadoes like dogs. It's also
They
it's a
do.
fair point.
They do bark at tornadoes.
Although that's more of a simian response of just kind of like, "Ah, ah, ah, ah." Like
Yeah.
when monkeys see a snake, they have a, yeah. Indianapolis, it's February. What you got? February 4th and 5th.
I don't know.
Okay, good.
For some reason,
February 4th and 5th, come out to Indianapolis. Don't think twice about it. And then Austin, Texas, dude, 3/18. That'll be the homecoming, man. That's my last show, my last live show, probably for a few months. Got something cooking on the home front.
What's that?
We'll find out. Who knows?
Okay.
But I probably won't be going anywhere for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A fucking baby, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a baby. Second baby. So I'll be at home.
I thought you talked about that already.
Just on stage. Just,
Oh, okay.
I haven't told my pod fam. Pod fam.
That's a big plug.
It's a big plug.
Yeah.
Baby coming 2022.
I have another child coming. Check that out.
Baby coming. That'll be at the end after Austin coming.
How about New Year's, dude? How about New Year's? Why, well, hey,
Oh,
listener,
Plug
if
New
you're
Year's.
around New Year's, why don't you come down to the Irvine Improv? It'll be a fun time. And I had to move my Summit City dates from the 21st and 22nd of January. Looks like they're going to be in March. How about that?
Really?
Yeah. I'll tell you why. That's a cool one.
We'll tell our page fam.
I'll tell the page fam.
Pod fam, YouTube fam. It's been nice seeing you, but we got to get into the inner circle. Only the people we truly trust.
Yeah, only the people we really care about.
We love you guys, but
We
you
love
guys
you.
you guys are more acquaintances. Let's get to the fucking inner circle of things.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, maybe this is the Patreon.
No, dude. Come on.
Play us out.
You want me to play you out?
Please.
Little Gypsy?
What are you doing over here, dude? Wow.
Yeah, man.
You really got those endings down. Nice.
You got it.
I like it.
Pop, you got to pop it off.
All right. Thank you for listening to our podcast.
Yeah, man.